Hello and welcome back to another exciting episode of Red Dot Forum Camera Talk. As always, I am your host, David Farkas, joined by my co-host, Josh Lehrer.
Good evening, everybody.
Over there. Yep, look at that. I actually pointed to you this time.
There he is.
That is Jose Rivera, the one and only, producing the show.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. All right. We have got, I think, a very ambitious show tonight as I look across
Yes.
the plethora of SL glass that we have assembled on this table.
I have a strong feeling this is going to be a two-parter.
Yes.
Because we don't want to rush.
We don't.
What are we talking about? So, this episode is dedicated to all of these lovely, beautiful lenses that you see before you. Now,
Yes.
to me, the craziest part is 12 years ago, this system did not exist.
Nothing.
In the last 12 years, really the last 10 or so years, Leica has gone from nothing in terms of the L mount
Yep.
to everything you see on the table.
And stuff you can't see because
That's right.
it didn't fit in the first row.
This episode is dedicated to, or is a guide to, the range of Leica SL lenses.
Yes.
We're going to go from widest to longest. We are going to do our best to go efficiently, but not to rush.
Right.
We have both accepted the fact that we may end up doing a two-parter.
Sorry to say.
So, we don't want to rush. One of the things we did a little bit differently for this episode is we reached out to everybody earlier in the week and we asked for submissions of images from SL lenses that you wanted to share. Because of course we love to show our photography, but just as fun, if not more so, is to see the kind of photography that our viewers, our friends, and our customers are doing with their SL gear.
100%.
We got absolutely deluged
Like,
with
shockingly.
submissions.
Shockingly so.
Far more than I expected.
Yes.
So thank you. First of all, thank you for taking the time out of your schedules and your busy weeks to find those images and to get them sent to us. We really appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I know it can be a pain to have to go find them and this and that. And we are really, really glad for everybody who participated. As we mentioned in our call for images, we simply cannot show everything. So we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. It was pretty much random. We just kind of picked a batch of images from each lens to talk about. We're trying to kind of do it based on the longevity and the popularity of the lenses. And I think we got some insight
Oh, yeah.
into what people are using and what
Yep.
we feel like they should be using.
Yes. I think that is accurate.
Yeah.
That is accurate. Yeah. So let's just back up, give a little context here. This computer is just sort of hanging out. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm in the middle of.
He still has some work to do. So
I'm actually doing some work on the episode. So
that's okay.
let's do this. Let's just back up a second. You already said, Josh, that we're looking at 12 years of the SL system, and I think, in an age of let's say of the digital technology paradigm, I think people are very accustomed to generations of cameras, and we look at the SL system and say, oh, well, now we're on the third SL camera platform, the SL3, from the SL2, from the SL601. But I think it gets lost. I think having the lens system so comprehensive and the evolution over time, I think we are going to go by focal length.
Yes.
But I do want to kind of give Leica some flowers here, which is
Sure.
when this system started out, when the SL601 launched in October of 2016, there was a grand total of, do we have a drum roll? One lens. And we should just
Was
look.
it 16 or 15?
It was
It was
2015.
2015.
No,
Yeah,
2015.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Thank you. Yes, 2015.
yeah.
I was right about October, though.
That's right.
That's all that matters.
This is all we had.
That's all we had.
Not that this is any slouch, but
No.
we literally had one lens.
Right. And I remember, we had this lens, and then shortly after, the 9280 came out, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, but where are the wides?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the 1635. And then I think it just sort of cascaded from there. We have some of the most incredible zooms, and I do like to, I've probably said this thousands of times on this show, but the 24-90 for me changed the game. And I would say just SL lenses in general changed the game because that was the first, and this was the second, the 24-90 and 92-80 were the first two lenses that I had ever used where zooms weren't just a compromise for flexibility. They actually were offering prime lens performance in a zoom package. And it completely changed my mind because prior to that, I was prime lens all the way, ride or die. And now I am, well, basically, as we were preparing for the show, and it's like, oh, do you have pictures from the blah, blah, blah? I'm like, no, because I just, I've been so dialed in with my kit of that holy trinity of the 1635, 2490, 9280, that it's like, why would I shoot with anything else? And I think for me, as I'm both looking through my back catalog and I see the customer submissions, I'm like, wow, maybe I should kind of branch out and experiment.
You're missing out, bro.
With some of these other amazing lenses. So
and there's been so many that, because we've been invested in the SL system since day one, and of course the S system before that and the R system before that.
Yep.
There's been so many lenses, it can be hard to keep up, especially if you get your kind of habits locked in early. I mean, I was a 90-280 guy for years and years and years. I had so many 90-280 images. And now I'm diversifying. I'm shooting a lot of 24-70. I'm shooting some of the primes, and obviously a lot of M lenses and crazy, funky, vintage stuff. But we've really seen this rapid expansion. And we were used to the S system, which was a very slow rollout.
Correct.
And one of the things Leica did early on in the days of the SL is they actually, something they've stopped doing, they did a roadmap. So they actually put out a list or a map of all
they're
of
too
the
smart for that now.
Yes,
Because, when the roadmap got a few years behind and things were on there that didn't show up, and then everyone took that as gospel, and then it's like, well, where's the 24 Apple Summicron?
We don't talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about the 24 Apple
But it was
Summicron.
cool to see, even though things inevitably got delayed,
There was a plan.
the roadmap fill out over
Yes,
that 10 to 12 year
yes.
period. And of course, now getting things we never expected, different zooms, different primes, and we've got a really, really fleshed out lineup with one or two gaps that, I'm sure we'll complain about as we go.
Yes, which we have said in our wish list episode, I think specifically.
Yes.
I would also point out that Leica has been responsive to customer requests. So when the zooms were out, obviously these are not smaller light.
Yeah.
There was a request for faster, even higher quality reference class optics, which is the Apo Summicrons. And, at that time, these were small and light, except they're really not that small or light comparatively, right? So Leica listened, and they came out with a line of even lighter Summicron lenses here. And likewise, people love the flexibility of the 24-90, but it was too heavy. They wanted constant 2.8 aperture. So they came out with the 24-70, but that wasn't light enough. So they came out with the 28-70.
That's right.
So there's been a lot of kind of chasing things around. And even, I would say, a request for a really fast 50, the 50 Summilux, which is actually the only lens on this table that is no longer manufactured. Shedding a tear. And yet, we saw, remember when we did our Show Us Your Kit? We were shocked by how many of our viewers have that lens in their arsenal.
And I'm glad because we love that lens. David did a great review back in the day on Red Dot Forum of the 50 Summilux SL compared it to the 50 Apo M, which at the time was the performance threshold. I mean,
size-wise, whatever.
The lens, it's the only lens in the SL lineup that's been discontinued.
Yeah.
And,
it's special. It's special.
Yeah, I think it's also the only SL Summilux.
It is.
And it's a really special performer, and we'll get into that as we start covering the range. But I think
we should
dive into it.
Yeah.
And so again, we're not going newest to oldest. We're gonna go widest to longest.
Yeah.
When we say widest, we mean if it's a zoom, it's the widest that it goes. So
wide angle.
what
to
that
telephoto.
means, Jose, if you have
You want to start on your
slide,
side? Yeah, it's small lens. Let's move this out of the way.
Yeah. There we go. That's fine. That means starting with this lovely piece of glass. Voila. The 14 to 24 2.8. We saw this lens like that.
Yeah.
That better? Okay.
Yeah.
This lens came out in 2023, and it became the widest lens in the portfolio once it was released. We have a show on super wide lenses where we get into this a little bit more. And this is also the only SL lens that does not have a threaded filter mount on the front. So if you want to filter this lens, you actually have to use, let's see if we can show that here. Probably a little bit out of focus, but you have to use little drop-in gel filters in the back of the lens mount. This lens also has its own unique lens cap. So while all the other SL lenses have 67 or 82 millimeter caps, this actually has its own little lens hat. Looks like that. I kept it on. I kept it out so you guys can see that. So the 14-24 is definitely unique in terms of its design. But what's interesting about this lens is the performance is unbelievable. When we did our show on the lens and I shot some test images inside the Leica store where we had a lot of verticals on the edge of the frame and a lot of detail in the corners, I couldn't believe how high performance this lens was while being relatively compact. I mean, you can see here, it's 855 grams, so it's not super light, but it's, pretty wieldable. And 2.8 aperture, like I said, 2.8 aperture throughout the range. So this is an incredible lens for interiors, for landscape, even for street photography, you could do that because it has super, super fast autofocus as well. So if you are getting into the world of SL and you say to me, well, I want the widest lens I can possibly get, but I want to be like an L mount native full frame, you go with the 14-24. And cool thing too is, using the hyperfocal and the scale focusing distance scale on the top of the SLs in manual focus mode, you could use this lens for zone focusing, and it has basically treat it like a point and shoot, infinite depth of field without ever having to focus. Kind of like we used to do on the Trialmar, the wide angle Trialmar back in the M days, which we still do.
The M days.
Now, of
Wait,
course,
aren't we still in the M days?
No.
Just not for this episode. We are still in the M days.
For
Just
this show.
not for the show.
So I love the 14-24. I was definitely very surprised by how well it performs, especially at the price point. If you go back and watch that episode, not right now, but later, you can see a little bit more detailed in-depth comparisons about that. But we got a couple of great shots, so we're going to figure out how to integrate the submissions into the...
Is it just these?
Yeah, we got a couple. Yeah, okay. So one of the fascinating things is seeing the ratios of submissions. So, how many we get for certain lenses and certain others. And
not a lot for
the 14-24 needs to get more love. Now, it's only been out for 2.5 years.
Yep.
So I get it. It's not nearly as mature as some of the other lenses in the system. But if you're a wide angle shooter or landscape interior shooter, I get it. Maybe the 16-35 is just a little bit too much in terms of a price point for a kit if you're not going to use it all the time. The 14-24 is awesome.
Yeah.
Can we kick over to the screen, Jose? Here we go. We got an image from Charles.
Oh, the other one.
The other one.
There you go.
Hey, there we go. Let me put this lens down. I got a cool. So this is exactly what the 14-24. Now I know exactly how this is going to go. I'm going to spend a whole bunch of time, and then as we go per lens, I'm going to rush more.
Yeah. So let's not spend too much time.
Yeah, but anyway, this is exactly what this lens is for, which is these ultra cool perspectives. Go to the next one. You want me to man the keyboard over here?
No, I got it.
This is kind of a cool still life. I was grateful for the still lifes and the sort of stage scenes that we got, because that's something we don't see a lot of.
Well, and this one's interesting because it's a 14-24 doing a tabletop still life, which normally you wouldn't think about using an ultra wide angle lens.
Exactly. So kind of a for creativity on this one here. Whose that was that? By the way, go back.
Oh,
that was John. Sorry, that was John. Thank you. I'm gonna make sure I shout you guys out.
Yeah.
Now we have Ricky with this cool cityscape.
From New York City, from Brooklyn?
Yeah, and it's handling the starburst from the sun really well. I don't really see any flare floating around there.
No. Like, this is pretty high performing. And notice the buildings, and the buildings are straight up and down.
Yeah.
And the horizon's level, so we don't have a lot of field curvature. So it's really nice. I mean, I've been here. This is Brooklyn Park, and great spot for photography if you make your way over there. It's a bit of a walk, though, but... whose is this?
Who could DF be? I don't even know who this man.
So I took the shot with the 14-24 at 14 millimeter, and the little dude right here, that is our own Colin McKinley, who is posing. This is actually before the start of our Moab astrophotography workshop, and we were just kind of warming up and scouting out some locations. This is Delicate Arch in Arches National Park. And that is the Milky Way. So
what you're saying, David, is if our viewers wanted to obtain exemplary photographs such as this, they should join one of our Leica photo adventures?
Wow.
Is that what you're saying? Because it sounds like that is what you're saying.
I might be saying that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we're on the same page.
All right,
here.
I think that...
Next. Is that it?
This is another one that I took on one of our workshops. And this was when I think the 14-24 had just come out.
Nice.
So I wanted to give it a shot. This is at 14 millimeter. This is in the Faroe Islands, and that is I can't tell you the Faroese name of this because I can't even pretend to know it. But this is what's called the floating lake. And you can see that the lake is actually above sea level, which is kind of a cool feature. And one of the kind of the highlights of the trip, we walked several kilometers to get here each way. And actually standing just on this cliff edge here, I believe that Joelle, who is one of our assistant guides, was actually holding my jacket at the time because as you probably know, 14 millimeters, extremely wide. And the fact that you can see the inside of the cliff here means I am hanging over it.
Very nice.
Safety first. Safety
Yes. All right.
All right.
That's it, right? So that's,
Okay, yeah.
So that's all we got for 14 and 24, I think.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we need more people. You need to shoot 14 24. The lens is phenomenal. Now, what I'll say is, if you do a lot of filtration,
Yep.
Polarizers, NDs, grad filters, the 14 and 24 is a little bit trickier. You have to go into the aftermarket to try to
Right.
find like adapters for the front, which I think do exist.
I might even have some. Yeah, I might have
to
some
make them,
about that.
but anyway.
Anyway, come back to us, Jose.
So if you
all right.
want a wide angle lens and you want to filter it, well, easily, you go to our next wide angle lens, our next lens in the focal length pantheon.
Which we have more shots
We
of.
have right here.
Let's go there.
All right, we're gonna get our slide.
What are we doing? 50?
1635. Close enough.
Same thing.
Oh, take that lens hood
I
off.
like the hood. So we have here the first wide angle lens that we got for, like that, David?
Yep, just like that.
That we got for the SL in 2018. I remember very well the time between Leica saying they were going to make this lens and Leica actually shipping this lens.
Oh my gosh, it felt
Because
forever.
It felt like an eternity, and just every day, like, when's the lens coming? When's the lens coming? Now, the lens is a variable aperture zoom. So the 14 and 24 is a constant f2.8 throughout the range. 16 and 35, you can see it here, is, I can't see it, sorry.
You can see it.
Is a 3.5 to 4.5. So if you need that constant f2.8 aperture, go with the 14 and 24. If you're okay with the variable aperture, then 1635 is going to be fine. So what's this going to give you that the 14 and 24 doesn't? Couple of things. This is overall higher performance lens, and that's reflected in the price point. This is a longer lens, meaning if you don't need the extra 2 millimeters on the wide end, but would benefit from the extra 11 millimeters on the long end, this would make a lot more sense. And relevant to the last point I made on the previous lens, this has a standard 82 millimeter filter thread.
Yes, with no
Much like-
vignetting, yeah.
Right, with no vignetting, yes. Much
But,
like
but I
yes.
should give a little explanation here. So,
Sure.
just pro tip, safety tip. Obviously, I think 1635, certainly for me, lends itself to landscape photography, which I think bears out. I'm looking at the thumbnails here, and they're pretty much all landscape images. With
at least one exception.
There's like a few exceptions, right? But a lot of people want to use a circular polarizer, which is one of the advantages of using this versus the 14 to 24, because whereas you can use a linear drop-in gel polarizer, I think, on the 1424, there's no circular polarizer. You can use a circular polarizer on the 1635, but you do have to be very, very careful because at 16 millimeter, because the angle of view is wider than 90 degrees, and the polarization effect happens at 90-degree intervals, you can end up with kind of this dark V-looking thing where it's not fully polarizing the image, it's only polarizing parts of the image. So you want to be kind of aware of that and know that either to not fully polarize the image, if you do need to use it at 16 millimeter, or if you can spare shooting at, say, 18 or 19, you won't have that effect because you'll be at 90 or narrower in terms of field of view. Not millimeters, field of view, FOV, in degrees, just to be clear.
Okay.
But do love that lens.
Yes, this lens is, I think, the highest performance wide-angle zoom Leica has ever made.
Yep.
It completes the original Holy Trinity, which was 24 to 90, 90 to 280, then the 1635.
Now we have an unholy trinity.
Right?
There's a with
Oh, the 281.
Right,
yeah. We had the Holy Trinity, we had the Unholy Trinity, which came later. So the three lenses David mentioned at the top of the show that he uses the most, which would be all three that came out originally, all three made in Germany, all three the absolute best zoom that Leica has ever made in those ranges, rivaling the best and
Prime
lenses
lenses,
that they've made, which is insane. So 1635 has been a staple for us for a long time. Like I said, it's been out since 2018, so almost 8 years this year.
Yep.
And still absolutely crushes it for landscape. And we can see some of those images now.
Yeah, let me pull up some.
All right, let's see.
All right, and yeah, so you can read.
Okay. The first image is from Albert. That is incredible.
Bryce
That is-
Canyon sunrise. I
this,
believe.
this is exactly what this lens is for.
Totally.
High detail landscape that is unforgiving for distortion and,
Yep.
and corner softness. It just has to be perfect.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Well, this is cool. This is Artem.
This is Artem. This was actually on our workshop in the Hebrides.
Wait a minute, David. So what you're saying is, if our viewers want to make photos like this, they should go on one of our Leica SL heavy photo adventures that are the best photo workshops on the planet.
Yes, I am saying that.
Because not only could they make amazing photos, but then they could have them seen on the show, which is viewed by tens of millions of people.
Wow.
And they
Tens of millions.
They
Wow.
can become famous.
Wow,
Okay.
that's amazing.
What's next?
Yeah. It's not Stonehenge, by the way. This is in the Outer Hebrides. I think, oh gosh, it's Isle of
Isle of
Harris, I think.
Yes.
Isle of Harris. Anyway, yeah, it's really cool, and it's like a celestial calendar, like Stonehenge. It's very, very. I think it's 2,000 years old, something like that. And yeah, we caught a day where it wasn't raining, which is fantastic.
Nice.
Let's see what else we've got.
We have Brian with a close-up shot. I'm assuming this is probably cropped, but even so, obviously you're turning.
It may not be. It's just extremely sharp and pleasing.
Yeah, turning your 1635 into a close-up lens, which is cool.
Yeah.
Because it does have a pretty good minimum focus distance.
It does. You have the chart there, right?
Yeah, well, that's at 16. You're at. I can
Other
tell
side.
you. This is my chart.
Oh.
I don't have your chart. Your chart's on the computer though.
Oh, perfect.
Well, that's all right. Anyway, next.
Whoop.
Got a cool moody.
Got a little smaller.
Well, see, when you don't send us full res files, this is what happens. So,
Oh.
yeah, that's the other thing. But I'll complain about that later. Why is Teams open?
I don't know. Disregard.
Just close it.
Okay, I did.
Okay. Right. So when we call for submissions, we do give you the criteria that we need, and if you don't follow that, I mean,
This is what happens.
this is what happens. So you're not getting the full resolution experience on here. But thank you, Jeff, for submitting this very moody, very cool.
I was saying very
shot.
Southern Gothic.
Yeah,
Very
I
Southern
like
Gothic.
What's next?
And you'll notice, again, something that I always notice with this lens is you'll notice how rectilinear it is, how well corrected the 1635 is. So even at 16 millimeter, the verticals, horizontal lines, as long as you square it up and you're level, not cattywampus, it will be perfectly dead straight, which is fantastic for an ultra wide. Next.
There's a lot going on here. A lot of everything. This is from Mike.
Heart.
Mike Hat.
Mike Hat.
I'm more of a dog person, but you know. This is cool. You're kind of getting like Peter Lick vibes going here. I like it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
It's cool. I mean, again, and it handles the sun flare really well.
Yes.
You get that really expansive I think this is Japanese maple. Pretty sure it's Japanese maple. Yeah, so it's just really, really expansive without being distorted and sharp right into the corners, which is what you expect with this lens.
Yes.
Moving on.
From Sybil. Ooh, do a little bit of architecture photography at night, which is very difficult.
High contrast black and white.
Yeah, I
Pretty
like
nice.
that we're getting some black and white conversions too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
very
yeah.
cool.
Very cool.
I like that. You're just kind of like very moody, natural vignette with the night sky and the foliage.
And really taking advantage of that wide angle of really like exaggerating the perspective.
yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
very cool.
From Tim, this looks like
Looks like Times Square to me.
Square, but this is cool because again, you can see
The range, yeah.
tilting up.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is super sharp, super straight. The text is all readable and crisp. Like this is
Yeah.
what you're paying for when you buy this lens. Very nice.
Moving on.
Ooh, from Wesley.
Wesley Morley.
Yeah, I like this. This is cool with the dragged car headlights.
Yeah, and it really goes well with the golden kind of touch of cloud there.
I like making Jose switch back and forth with it. He's like, you can't,
Boom, boom,
you
boom,
can't,
boom,
you can't sleep on the show, Jose. You have to really, yeah, there you go. David and I are gonna just like start doing alternating words per sentence.
Yeah, drive people crazy with the switch.
We should have had a view with both of us down here.
We have that too.
Do we? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it's just
Makes it
not
smaller.
as.
That's all right.
But
We're-
the image is
We're
smaller.
making it work.
Oh, I know this one.
That picture's so
bad.
awful. I don't know. That's an outtake, clearly.
Clearly an
That's
outtake.
an iPhone
yeah.
photo. I'm kidding. It's David's photo.
Yes, this is my photo, and I'm gonna say this is a sad violin because this is Crystal Mill in Marble, Colorado, and we did go here on one of our photo workshops, We paid extra money to go down to the lower viewing area, which is less crowded and whatever. And we actually took like off-road vehicles that we did not drive them ourselves. We hired people to drive us in these dune buggies on the roughest road you will ever be on in your life. To go out to this mill, it's fantastic. Except now the sad violin is they no longer allow people to go down by the river. So you can never get this photo unless you illegally trespass.
So what you're trying to say
You can't get this
is
photo.
for once-in-a-lifetime photographic experiences that can never be replicated, you should go on a Leica photo picture. Is that what you're saying? I mean, it sounds like that's what you're saying. I'm just trying to make sure I understand.
Obviously.
That was
Hey.
on the SL2, right, David?
What's that?
That was on the SL2?
Oh, sorry. Yes, this is the SL2.
Yeah. This is from one of my favorite automotive events that happens every year in the Miami Design District. And I don't usually use wide angles for cars, but when they park this thing right in this like center plaza of all these little shops, I just thought I can make this work. So this is obviously 1635 at the wide end in front of the Cartier boutique. Now you don't normally see a Bugatti parked right in front of the Cartier boutique on the sidewalk, so kind of a wild.
I mean, maybe you don't.
But I guess that's true. I guess I do. But I wanted to throw in a.
I like the reflection in the hood, too.
Yeah, I just thought that everything kind of came together, and then the blue carpet and the blue
yeah.
reflection and all just worked.
Nice.
You go to the next one. Ooh, landscape.
And
This is your shot.
This
right?
is another one of mine, yeah. So this one is from Patagonia on one of our many Patagonia trips. This is in Chile, Torres de Paine, at sunrise, or just before sunrise, I should say, because sun hasn't come up yet, which is why you get those nice blues and pink tones, which is
We gotta go
fantastic.
faster.
Sorry. Sorry. This is also in Patagonia that I took Lake Pejo, I believe, and that is also Torres de Paine. But this, I really like, a lot of landscape photographers kind of overdo the cotton candy. Sometimes I like a nice fast shutter speed to get like that motion and the power of nature. So here it is. Do we have other ones? Oh,
This is the whole David.
oh my
Farkas,
gosh. Okay,
section.
I didn't intend this, but
You guys got to skip through them. That's all. We want to make sure that people who actually submit
okay,
this.
so this is significant. This was actually a test that I never published anywhere, I don't think. So this is when I took the SL2 when it first came out. I took it out to the Pacific Northwest, to Seattle, and to the Olympic Peninsula. And this was, so I guess the 1635 was pretty new at that time. It had only been out a few months from the time we could get our hands on it. And I was really excited to use it on the then also new SL2. So this is in the Maple Grove. And that is
More pictures from you.
more, yes. And this one actually is, this is from a workshop in Scotland. This is Isle of Skye, the old man of store there at sunrise, which is totally worth the climb. It's about 1.5 miles up. What is that, 2.5 kilometers or something? Totally worth it. Beautiful, beautiful stuff out there. And the 1635 really takes in the whole grandeur over the bay and the clouds and all that. This is also from Isle of Skye, the Kerrang.
How many pictures did you put in here?
Too many. You told me you didn't have a lot of 1635s. So I think it's evident I use this lens a lot, and we're going to get to that in a second. So this
So
is
we
the
have people asking about the cameras, but we only
This is
know about the ones that you have.
this is the this is the SL2.
Right. Just know that every submission that we have, as far as I am aware, based on the information I was given, is SL, SL2,
Yes, has to be.
SL3, or like a variation SL2S, SL3S. So there's no other cameras here. If I tried to figure out all the camera models used, it would have made the already insanely tedious process.
Right.
Sorting all these hundreds of images even harder. So
Right. But I can tell you that this was the SL2 because I shot it in 2022. So there was no SL3. This is the SL2, handheld at 1635 in the Kerrang in Isle of Skye, Scotland. This is Patagonia with the SL3. That you can obviously see the upgrade. And this was the calmest I'd ever seen this water. Normally it's as rough as that previous image because it's the same lake. And then just when the sun comes up, you get different perspective before and after sunrise. And I think,
wow, David.
Sorry.
Just went ham on this. Huh?
and yeah, apparently. And then this is again, from that very first trip with the SL2 and the 1635. And this particular shot, which is, I actually think is Jose's background on the computer over there.
Yeah.
What always struck me about this is one, the sharpness from very, very front all the way to the, from the stones, the pebbles, all the way in the foreground, all the way to the leaves in the back are tack sharp. And all of the trees are dead straight up and down with no distortion whatsoever. And for me, when I saw this image, because it was the first time I had used that lens and that camera, and I was completely blown away by the capabilities and just started thinking about on all the other places I wanted to take it. I think that's the last.
Nope.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not the last one.
Sorry.
Still not.
Also Patagonia at 16 millimeters.
Oh, it's 834.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So
We only had two
it's-
lenses.
and this is an example of why you would, why you would want to use the 82 millimeter filter thread, because this is both polarized and a ND, or actually, sorry, it's a dark circular polarizer given the age. So this is
Okay.
it's a 6-stop dark CPL.
There's no more.
There's no more. Anyway,
There's no more.
there's
so many more.
there's so many more.
How many did you put in here?
Apparently
Oh
too
my
many. I thought you were
gosh.
going to weed them out.
No, David.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
We're
and-
done. We're done with this lens.
Well, I have one more. One more of note here. Okay. So a lot of people have said to me over the years, it's like, oh, a 1635, yeah, that's great, but it's so slow. It's 3.5 to 4.5 maximum aperture. You could shoot Aurora with this lens because I can shoot it wide open. It's still tack sharp, and you don't necessarily need a 1.4 lens. So that was kind of why I included the
Are
normal.
there any other viewer submissions? In
I don't
that
know,
photo,
I'm
or
like-
did you just literally spam?
Apparently, I spammed
There's
the
like
whole.
20. You don't even know. He's going through this.
Oh my gosh! Oh, that's a good one though.
No. There's no more. We need to go to the next
Here,
one.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to go through these.
There's like 30
Right.
images in here.
So, okay, I'm going to flip through these extremely quickly without commentary because I want people to realize how insanely flexible
Okay.
having a lens like this is.
Okay, flip through quickly.
Okay, Japan.
No, you said no
Sorry,
context.
Greenland. I'm just saying where. Scotland. A lot of Scotland.
These are all AI, right?
These are all AI.
Yeah.
Norway.
These
Norway.
are before AI was a thing.
This is before Norway, Scotland, Norway. So anyway, okay.
We get it.
Okay,
Lots
we
of
get it.
Beautiful magic.
Lots and lots to get it.
Okay.
The point is that when I say that this is an indispensable part of my landscape photography kit, this is exactly what I'm saying. And I was shocked. I was shocked that there was not more 1635 samples submitted. I'll say that.
You know, it is challenging to shoot wide angle when you're not presented with those epic scenes, because one of the challenges of having that much frame real estate is filling it.
Sure
and I
is.
think you've done an excellent job showing that.
Yeah.
Very accessibly so. But very nice.
Yes, and the reason I included all the waterfall shots. So there was a reason. So the waterfall shots is because I want to show that filtration is a must for me, which is why I've tended to go to the 1635 versus the 14 to 24. And then also the night photography, because don't be fooled by the slow aperture. Don't let that hold you back. You don't always need f2, f2.8, whatever. Okay,
Next
I promise
lens.
nothing else would be that bad.
Famous last word.
I promise.
Yeah, okay.
For now.
The next one in our focal length journey, lens 3 of 17, I think, is the very, very first Super Apo. That is the Super Apo Summicron 21mm f2 ASPH.
Well, to be clear, it wasn't the first because
Super Apo.
it was the first Super Apo, but not the first in the Summicron range.
No. I'm saying the first Super Apo.
That is super.
Yes. No. This is far from it. This is actually the most recent
Correct,
of the Apo
correct,
Summicrons
correct.
introduced in 2023.
Yes.
A lens that we waited and
Oh my gosh.
waited for forever and
Forever.
finally got, and it did not disappoint. We covered this in our wide angle SL lens episode quite extensively. So since this is the first of the Apos that I'm going to be introducing on the show, you can see that you will see that all of the other Apos will look exactly the same. So if I were to cover that, you would have no idea what lens this is, because the entire range of Apo Summicron SL lenses are in the same barrel. There are slight differences in weight, differences in minimum focus distance, obviously differences in focal length, and differences in hood, but the barrel dimensions and the filter size are the same across the entire range of Apo Summicron lenses, including this first one, the 21 Super Apo Summicron SL. That is a lot of words.
It really is super, though.
This is the highest performance wide-angle lens that Leica makes.
That's it.
That's it.
End of statement. Yeah.
Nothing in M, nothing in S, none of the zooms, no other primes. This is the highest performance wide-angle lens across the entire Leica product portfolio. And what it can do at f2 is incredible. The real hallmark feature of all the Apo Summicron SL lenses is that their wide open performance rivals many other lenses at 2 or 3 stops down from wide open. It is a redefining of the kind of photography you can do because you're able to shoot at wide open aperture without compromising performance, especially edge sharpness. It still has a
Especially.
gorgeous fall off.
We did an episode on this.
Yeah, I know, I said that. It has a gorgeous fall off, but in terms of field flatness and sharpness across the plane,
insane.
It is unbelievable.
So as good as the 1635 is, this is just
it's
next level.
so good. Let's
we
take a look at some
don't.
images.
I just want to be clear.
Oh,
like on all of the Apo Summicrons and the Super Apo Summicron 21, it applies to all these. This entire range of lenses. I mean, we are going to sound like broken records because we do not use the term reference class lightly, or and it is also not hyperbole to say that in their respective focal lengths, the Apo Summicrons are the best lenses in that focal length that Leica has ever produced for any system.
Yeah, if you've never
Period.
shot with any of the Apos and you're an SL shooter, you owe it to yourself just to try one out. The performance, it's like you have to see it to believe it. I don't know what else to say. But let's see it to believe it right now.
Okay, let's see it to believe it.
First image and go. Why is that as big as it gets?
That's
See, when you don't send us full resolution, this is how I shame people on our YouTube channel. We show you beautiful images, but we wish they were.
I mean, I can zoom it in, but it's going to
no,
be soft.
we're not going to do this.
Yeah,
It's from
okay.
Brian. This is
A bald eagle.
some kind of a American chicken. It looks delicious as far as I can tell. You put some 7 Earth spices on there, and you got yourself a delicious sandwich. David is dying over here.
Oh,
Working on my stand-up.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, thank you, Brian. That's a very bold. Assuming that's full frame or near it.
that's crazy. Then you got that
That's-
close. With
yeah.
the 21.
Yeah.
All right, I'm moving on.
beautiful. Okay,
Moving
move
on.
I love this shot.
Yeah, this is really
from
cool.
Kyle S. Great moment. Really, really cool lighting. Just
Cool leading lines.
Yeah, everything's kind of coming together.
And another black and white conversion.
Yes,
that
very
really
cool.
that really hits.
Yeah, I love the silhouette.
The end, there's like a little edge light on the nose and the stuff. We can't. I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but
It's hard to
that's good.
incorporate people with a lens this wide, but you
Yeah.
did a really nice job with it. Sweet.
Well,
That's again,
Smallness.
low resolution punishment, but it's still a beautiful photo from Mark of some.
I do love snowy trees.
Yeah,
I do love
gorgeous.
snowy trees.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
And it's if I look at this image, I'd say it's a 50. I wouldn't say it's a 21.
Yeah, no, you did a good job with this one.
Because again, you have no distortion whatsoever with the lens. This is from Maureen on a Leica Store Miami photo
So
workshop.
what you're saying is Maureen is one of the lucky ones.
Yes.
What I really say is one of the smart ones.
Yes.
Who dedicated the time and effort to go on one of our Leica Social Media photo adventures.
Yes.
And thus resulted in an absolutely incredible photograph, which is then featured on our world famous YouTube show.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Amazing. Amazing.
Beautiful job, Mark.
Yes.
Very nice.
Oh.
Another low reser
Oh.
from Michael, which is a shame. I'd love to see this thing blown up, but alas, it is a wreck.
Wow.
See what I did there? See what I did there?
All right. Very
From
cool.
Rob, this is really cool.
This is very
Another image incorporating a person.
And I love the use of wide angle. I mean, first of all, what a bold choice to say, to have a person, not even dead center. Like you can shoot a lot of environmental portraiture with a dead center subject at say 21 to 28 millimeter. But I think this is a testament to how this lens performs and such minimal distortion. The fact that you can take a human subject and push him all the way, to the side of the image and still have him look normal, which is incredible,
Yeah.
but also really encapsulate this environment and the leading line with the pipe. I love the blue and the yellow interplay and the jacket and the orange tool. Like it really, really works. Yeah.
Nice job.
Very nice.
Next.
This, to me, this looks like Moab, Utah, or Arches National Park.
Yep.
Very cool. Very
Scott,
cool.
Very nice photos. I like
And-
including the person for scale. Very cool.
Yeah, that is. If you haven't been there, it is pretty massive when you go up inside there. So it is a cool destination.
We go there for the workshop. So
We do go there for the workshops.
Yeah.
Right.
Not generally not. It's a little too precarious to shoot this at night because you do have to scramble up these rocks. There's no real path up there. So we usually do this during the daytime and maybe shoot a sunset up there.
kind of interesting perspective from Steven.
Yeah.
I think you're watching, Steven.
So I know where this was shot. I know exactly that dim sum shop. So this is in Chinatown in New York City. I can't remember the street, but it's the one that turns. It's like
the street that turns.
no.
I know
there's
exactly where that is.
Anyway, it's a really famous street. And I shot my M11 monochrome review in that very street, so I recognize it.
It's a cool perspective.
It is a really cool perspective. Obviously, this is some kind of parade, and my guess is he got up there like this. That's my guess. So not down on the floor, but actually using the wide angle, the insane depth of field, pre-focusing, and then just shooting up. That's how I would shoot this, and it looks great.
Nice. Car picture. Not mine, but still always glad to have a car picture in there.
The guy, yeah.
I'll
let you do it.
It's tough to shoot a car show and
all the people
incorporate people, but the advantage of the wide angle is you can kind of turn that upside down and in effect and take advantage of the fact that you have these people adding an additional element of sort of like engagement and excitement. And I think the guy with the green shirt with the green car that like comes together perfectly.
Wearing a BMW hat.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that. Blasphemous. That's okay. No, but you did a good job, like with the green and the green. I think that's very cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's a cool car.
Yeah. This is one of mine.
So now we start the 87.
No. I only have a few. Okay. So this is the SL3 because you guys want to know the camera on Moab Astrophotography Workshop with 21 millimeter super apo, wide open at f2, and. Yeah, I mean, the stars, I'm looking at it on the big screen here, and it's just sharp. Every single star is tack sharp, corner to corner, edge to edge. Fantastic. Same goes here. This is also Moab from our Astro Photography Workshop. This is called Wilson Arch. And yeah, I just love like how insane that you can use these lenses wide open with an ultra wide and just have it perfectly resolve an entire star field with no softness or anything no smearing. The lights stay pinpoint sharp all the way across rather than getting to be like moons and things like that. And then the last one, or maybe is this Wilson? No, this is Jose. Do you know the name of this arch? Corona Arch. Corona Arch. Yes. Thank you for nothing.
You got it.
That is Colin again, holding a light there. So this is during our workshop. We hiked out there. Again, bit of a hike to get out there, a mile or two, but totally worth it. And it is mostly a trail. And yeah, we have a little picnic dinner out there, watch the sunset, and then line up and take awesome photos once the Milky Way is in position. So. Yeah, so really cool to be able to use a lens like that again, wide open, and get that amazing performance.
We're gonna go faster.
Okay.
Since now we're done with 21, we're come back to us. We're gonna next go to the OG because I know there's a lot to talk about with this lens, and I want to make sure we.
You want to talk about that one first?
Yes, because I want to get to it before 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay, go.
Because we've done 3 lenses in 47 minutes, so that averages 15 minutes per lens. We have 14 more lenses per go.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's like 6 more shows. So.
Oh gosh. Okay.
We are gonna try to go faster.
We're gonna do 6 parts.
Yeah, so probably this is gonna be 6 parts. This is it.
This is the OG.
The OG.
And my personal fave.
The 24 to 90.
Well, that's your head.
I get so excited, The first lens for the SL 601 2015, and it absolutely blew our minds. Every focal length position that you see here will compare or beat an M lens. It is incredible. It's not a small lens, although to be honest with you, we've been shooting with this lens for over 10 years, and we're just used to the way it handles.
For sure.
Really...
And it's a tank. It's an absolute tank.
It just doesn't, for what it can do in terms of performance and flexibility, because for years and years and years, the lens we were all used to with all the other camera brands was the 24 to 70, which of course Leica ended up coming out in addition. But that aside, what this lens offered was an extra 20 millimeters that was just really, really useful anytime you wanted to do any kind of close-up. So 24 to 90, 82 millimeter filter thread. It is a extendable zoom, so there it is at 90.
Yeah, do you know how massive this would have been had it been?
Yeah, if they made this a 2.8 across the range, it would be huge. So I find it to be very wieldable. I just when I go out with it as my only lens for the most part, and I sometimes don't even bring a bag. So I literally just have a nice big wide strap on the SL. I have this lens, and I'm off and running. Because if you bring 4 or 5 lenses to cover this equivalent range, they're going to end up weighing the same or more.
Yeah.
Probably a lot more. So this can cover a very comprehensive range of prime lenses with prime lens performance in one lens. If you're shooting in an adverse environment, whether it's dusty or wet, and you don't want to risk changing lenses, of course, just like the SL body, this thing is weather sealed. So you can shoot in those kind of conditions. You can actually watch our video we just did on weather sealing.
Yeah,
at some
that
point.
Colin did, yeah.
So yeah, I think the 24-90 is a lens that we also got the most submissions for, which makes sense since it has been out the longest.
Might have to go through these a little quickly.
And it is insane. So we're going to skip right to the photos. I think that's what you all want to see. Let's take a look.
Here we go.
We got Albert, absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, I love this. I know we said we're not going to comment, but you have no idea. First of all, I spoke to Albert when he was out there because he called with a quick question. Hi, Albert. Hi, Ruth. Yeah, this is incredible. I hadn't seen these until today. And I asked you, the question I said when we were on the phone, I said, did it snow out there? And you're like, yes. And this is why photographers dream of snow in Bryce Canyon. Yeah. This is stunning.
Next. Ooh, cool.
This one's from Artem. I love this. So he took this after one of our trips. He decided that he was going to take a cross-country trip across the United States. And he ended up in California and took this image of San Francisco. And I love this. It's so good.
Ooh, from Arturo.
Very cool.
Moody. I like the monochromatic color.
I love it. I love that it's like just very tasteful. Yeah. The building looks like.
What happens to no commentary?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I can't help it. Like I like photos.
We'll do one commentary per submission, but if you submitted more than one image, which you weren't supposed to do, you don't get commentary. So next.
I like this one too.
Keep going.
That was really nice.
Yeah. Next. From Baxter.
That's fire. That's a lot of action going on.
A lot of fire.
Wow.
I hope you were at 90 millimeters because
safe distance. Safe distance.
All those people twirling fire around. We got another one from Baxter, but only one commentary per submission. So next.
Okay.
From Carlos, that's pretty cool. A little abstract.
So that's a glacier.
That's either you had s'mores or
it's a glacier.
Blueberry s'mores.
It's either a glacier or an iceberg, a very large iceberg.
All right, fine.
From Charles, this is
trees.
This is Dallas Divide in Colorado.
Trees.
Sorry, my mouse is in the way. The bean.
The bean from Dan.
This is, again, impressive because, two things. We were talking about this. One, there's no people, which is insane because this is in downtown Chicago. Second, that starburst is perfect right under the bean. To align that probably only happens like 1 or 2 days a year because the sun is constantly moving. That's crazy. Good planning on your part. Photo pills, right?
That's Dan again, so we got to keep going.
I love this one. The S and the
rules,
train.
One submission per lens.
It's so good though. So good. Oh,
another Dan, a different Dan.
I like this one a lot.
I love the color. I love the tones.
It's so Norman Rockwell.
I love how the subject is perfectly inverse color matched to the background. That's right.
Yes.
It's got the ocean colored shirt and the sand colored hair.
I don't know. It's just
really nice.
breezy and lovely.
We got David Noble, the man, former LSI president.
So I don't know. It's either Greenland or Antarctica, but
or like a little bowl in your kitchen. You just shave some ice.
Shaved ice. Yeah. It's very cool.
Yeah, very nice, David. Ed, we got another delicious looking bird.
This is the name of the bird. It's an anahinga. Yeah.
Bless you.
Yeah. Thanks. This is
from Ed, breaking the rules.
This is from Ed, but I believe this is Norway because it looks like Norway to me, but I don't know the exact spot. But it's very cool, great image, great capture. I love the moodiness and the stuff. Cool. Okay, another
from our former gallery artist Evan Lewis, who is
there's actually an airplane all the way down at the bottom there.
Yeah, if you have not seen Evan's work, it is unbelievable. He's an aerial photographer who works in Alaska.
Yeah,
wow, that's
stunning. Yeah.
Oh,
great portrait.
Anything with dogs in it, count me in. Yep. Beautiful. This is from Fran.
And the lighting is really nice.
I love it. Yeah, this is obviously studio, but gorgeous.
Very nice, yeah.
This is from H. Mark in the Cholula Museum in Seattle, where I just was last year.
Yeah, I love the color.
That's really, really cool. And that's a very photogenic museum.
It's a really cool portrait also to use that negative space.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Oh, that's another one from Mark, so you know the rules. Next.
More color. I like color. One. Ooh,
from Hamad.
That's epic.
That's like that.
That's like it's like Dune.
Yeah.
Wow.
Except I feel like that guy in the bottom is probably like, anyone help?
That looks amazing.
Yeah.
Just I have to say, that's amazing.
Very
I love the toning on it and the layers.
Yeah. Next. From Herb.
Very cool
We got
action
some
shot.
festivities here.
You needed the weather sealing just in case getting hit by beads.
Yeah.
Obviously, right? It looks like, yeah, you're going to get tossed on
I love
right
the
there.
colors in this
Yeah,
one.
really festive, cool, and just freezing the action. I love that.
Yeah. From Jackson.
Really nice portrait.
Yeah, look, the lighting is beautiful.
Beautiful side lighting.
Yeah, engaging the subject really well. And what's cool is as we're seeing like this really wide variety of subject matter,
Flexibility.
because of just how powerful the 24-90 is. That's next.
Oh,
From Jackie.
this is some kind of ice, I'm thinking.
Jackie, this is awesome.
Yeah, very abstraction.
Yeah.
Close. You can also see the minimum focus distance is really close on that.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
Nice texture. That is.
Another low res photo. What are you guys doing?
Come on. What are you doing?
That appears to be some type of train apparatus.
It is a train apparatus, a caboose, I believe.
Okay, thank you for the terminology.
Oh.
Another one from James, so we get to keep going.
Okay.
From Jay, we love this one.
This one's pretty epic.
This is like ESPN, X Games type of stuff.
Yeah, it's super cross skis, like holding them. Yeah.
But you did a really good job, like with the framing and
backlight.
the depth of field is fantastic. I mean, nailed it.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Another one from Jay, so
Beautiful.
we don't talk about it. Keep
Still,
going.
it looks like the Tetons. Very nice, very nice.
From Jim.
You
I
can
love,
see that
I
nice
love how we
bokeh.
went from an epic wide angle landscape to as close up in a landscape environment. Different person.
Right.
But again, just showing the versatility of this lens.
For sure.
Beautiful. Oh, now we have people.
Candid.
Well, that's also from Jim, so we're not allowed to talk about it.
Okay. But a candid.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Also from Jim.
Oh, Jim did a lot. Okay.
Do we like this, yay or nay? This person
Is drowning, yeah.
I don't know why you didn't help them. I'm not sure why you just photographed them when they were drowning, but you know, I guess you want to be a photojournalist, Joe. Okay. No, this is cool.
It is cool, yeah.
Beautiful, very unique.
Yeah.
Nice, like the colors.
Oof.
From John.
Gorgeous colors on that.
Very postcard. I like this a lot.
I like postcards.
That's super cool.
Another postcard.
From a different John.
This looks like either New Hampshire or Vermont.
Yeah,
to me.
yeah. This is beautiful. I love New
Yeah.
England in the fall. Very nice. From Ken.
Interesting. It's almost like infrared
Yeah, I don't know
processing,
if you use a filter or what, but that's really cool. That really cool effect.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Nice.
From Ken, very nice little candid moment
there.
I feel for that guy. That's also how I look in a vest, which is why I don't wear a three-piece suit.
But the toning is really nice also.
Yeah, this is great. This is beautiful black and white.
But like you could tell someone, it's like, oh yeah, this is shot with an M11.
yeah,
And you're like,
I
okay.
Oh, I just noticed that the third kid in the background.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's a great capture.
Oh, I like the
Ooh,
still
love
life.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, so 2490 focuses really close.
Yeah.
I love
mean,
the lighting here.
How cool is this? Again, we went from a candid monochromatic, like street portrait sort of situation, like whatever moment, to this beautiful little still life
Vignette,
close up.
vignette,
Like
yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Like, good job. We got Margaret. Now we got a portrait.
Yep. Nice
Got some
portrait.
very controlled bokeh balls going on in the background, which I like.
Some rim lighting. And yet, even though it's backlit, was able to get like enough shadow detail here to make it work. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
From Mark. Up. Should have sent us high res.
come on.
Still cool though. Nice tones there. Good composition. You're using the rule of thirds. Very
Love
nice.
winter.
Yeah, that's right. We don't have that here.
This is
From
TJ.
TJ.
This one's I can't pronounce it. Jose, pronounce it. This was the big one in Brazil, right?
He doesn't speak Portuguese.
No, but he's traveled. You've been here, right? What,
I don't know if it's that one, but
it starts with an I.
Iguazu?
Yeah, sure.
Iguazu Falls? Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was
probably on
Falls.
the other side that I was in, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one's
This is beautiful.
amazing. So this is in the Amazon. I mean, just gorgeous.
Nice job, TJ.
Yeah.
This is from Michael.
Nice. Good environmental.
Yeah,
Wow.
super cool environmental portrait.
You can really feel how low the ceiling
I
is
know,
in here.
right?
Like,
That's wild.
just don't stand up, apparently.
Yeah.
You got to crawl around. But yeah, like, look at all the detail. You can see the trees outside, like
Yeah.
the whole little fire going with the smoke. Really nice. I am a sucker. I am a sucker for snowy landscapes, and
Beautiful.
this hits for me. I love that. And the one like dead tree in the middle.
So cool.
Love
yeah.
that. This was Mike.
Good job, Mike. Rick. Good job, Rick.
Love that little postcard.
Love the reflections going on in there.
Yeah.
Let's do it for me. Very nice. From Ricky.
Wow. So that's the Matterhorn in Switzerland.
What's the matter, Horn? See what I did there? See what I did there? Right. You just this show's free. You could tip me later if you want for all this hilariousness.
Okay. Yeah, it's really cool. And it almost looks like old timey. Like,
Yeah, this is
so
actually.
you're able to take a very modern camera and a very modern lens, but with the toning and with capturing this specific like wood sided building, we're able to take this very, pretty contemporary town in Switzerland and make it look like it was shot 100 years ago, which is really cool.
That's very cool. I like this a lot. We got
someone singing on a table.
One of the only like concert event images that we received.
There was a couple others.
Not enough.
Not enough. Yeah.
These cameras are really good for this stuff. So thank you, Scott, for submitting something like this because this is cool. This is a very different environment than a snowy landscape, but probably equally as challenging with
all the people,
constantly changing light and people and motion.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very cool. Nice little
From
portrait.
Steve, little street portrait. Good job with the lighting.
Beautiful soft lighting.
Yeah, I like you're using the environment to kind of
frame,
create the framing there. Very nice. Yeah.
This is
different, Steve.
Yeah, this is in Ilulissat, Greenland. This is the visitor center, and I love the toning here.
Yeah,
it almost looks otherworldly, which Greenland is pretty otherworldly, but it is really cool. I like the treatment here. Great
moment.
Yeah, great portrait moment. Like
from Wayne. Shout out Wayne.
And I love all the stuff going on. Everyone's focused in, and then and the elements in the foreground.
Yeah, you're using the whole frame really well.
This is where a zoom is so flexible in an environment like this, in a photojournalist type of situation, because sometimes you probably don't have a lot of room to maneuver around, but if you can get in close and then adjust the lens to suit the framing, it just works. So it's a lot easier to work in these environments with a zoom like the 2490 that's so flexible.
Very nice.
Love this. Yeah.
This is beautiful.
This reminds me of Blade Runner 2049 cinematography, which is a compliment because that is a gorgeously shot film, and they are scenes that look like this.
That's cool.
This one is...
It's like David Farkas.
This one's mine, just to show kind of the color pop and the flexibility. Colorado. Do I have some more? No, this was a Josh photo.
That's a Josh photo. That photo is funny because I realized is actually the background of my phone as well.
Oh, hilarious.
Because I just love this car and I love this photo. And this is, you can't tell from this image, but this car was parked in this really, really tight space. And I had a couple hours to shoot it, but it couldn't be moved. And it had just rained and everything was a mess. And I was just trying my best in every way to get something creative without showing all the junk that this car was absolutely surrounded by.
It's cool.
This is a Koenigsegg 1-to-1 for anyone who's interested in knowing what it is.
Oh, so it's life size.
Yeah. I mean, yes, actually, it is 1-to-1. Yes, it's actually called a 1-to-1 because it's 1 horsepower per kilogram of body weight. But
I like the photo 1-to-1 better.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yes. Okay. All right. Let's move on. This one is one of mine from Colorado as well, from one of our fall foliage workshops. And again, just the flexibility of not every landscape has to be this grand postcard. Sometimes it's just kind of like quiet moments. This was one actually that we were driving down the road, and I think I saw this out the right side window, and I radioed Colin, and I'm like, Colin, hold on. We have to turn around and go back because it's a really cool dirt road. You think that because you see these kind of shots, whether in New England or Colorado, and you see these scenes, and you're like, oh, they must be everywhere. They're nowhere. They're nowhere to be found. So when you see them, you need to be able to stop what you're doing and take advantage of it, which is what we do on our trips. Just because we were headed someplace else doesn't mean when we see something really cool that we shouldn't stop and photograph it.
Nice. That's not a landscape shot.
That is not a landscape shot.
A Ferrari FXXK. Just something different at the racetrack. This is, again, an example of this environment that I was shooting, it was chaos. I mean, there's thousands of people, cars everywhere, and I'm just doing every single thing that I can.
Wait, so this is your shot?
Yes.
Wait, so you didn't submit a high enough resolution?
Nope.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that happens. But it's okay. I'm the host, so I don't have to.
Okay. This was another trip. This is from the Dolomites.
Ooh.
Again, people, SL3 from the Dolomites.
This is great, dude.
This is Alps de Suisse. Swiss. It's the highest Alpine plain in the world, and it is gorgeous. We went there for sunset. That is Colorado, more of kind of a dreamy, kind of autumny look.
I love autumn.
A little different than my normal processing. Sorry, SL2. I know everyone keeps wanting to know. This was, again, for that very first trip that I took with the SL2. On one of the very first nights that I shot with it, I went up to the Space Needle, and the lens, actually, little trivia for you. I'm going to grab the lens. Mm-hmm. So the Space Needle, if you've ever been up there, has these panes of glass. Okay, so it has these panes of glass so you don't fall through, right? But you can see through, and they're really, really thick. You don't want to photograph through that. But I found, do you know how far apart the panes of glass are? Exactly the width of this 24 to 90 lens. And I was like, hallelujah. So I was able to position a tripod on a little glass bench, lean the camera forward so it went right between the glass, and it was great. So
Nice.
love that. Colorado, it's actually raining pretty hard here. Again, the weather sealing. This is from the Dolomites. I think actually I featured this in like a whatever behind the shot thing. We stayed at a refugio at over 3,000 meters, 10,000 feet overnight, so that we could be up there for sunset, after sunset, have dinner, sleep, and then wake up for sunrise, all at elevation. Again, one of the kind of cool experiences we arrange. And this is an example, and I said it when I did the behind the shot, this is about 30 minutes after sunset. This is why you stick around after the sun goes down, because the sky just blows up in these array of colors with these purples and oranges and blues that you just don't see. And it's no longer silhouetted because there's even illumination on the whole subject. So you get this really soft lighting on the mountains or whatever your subject is, and this gorgeous clouds that catch the light. And then completely opposite, this is a shot from Patagonia, and you can see very, very high shutter speed. I think I was shooting at 4,000th of a second. And this is where the focus tracking works, and just banging away on the shutter as these, Jose, you're going to have to help me out. They're not the Argentinian or Chilean cowboys. There's like a name for them.
How would you know that?
Because I don't know. He's been to Chile. Because he's been to Chile.
He lives in Miami.
Because Jose has traveled. He is well traveled.
I see.
Anyway, I'm forgetting the name right now, but they're actually like real cowboys, and we're like, can you just go through the water? Because that looks amazing. And they just like kept going through. Yeah, yeah.
Just do it.
Gauchos?
They might be gauchos, yeah. This is in Dolomites, and that's at the 24 end, so you can kind of get this real wide angle look. Right. Even without more.
Look, another low-res photo.
Another low-res.
I grabbed this in my Dropbox, and I literally added these like an hour ago. So
oh my gosh.
Forgive me for not. But see, this is what happens when you don't follow the old rules. You get these super low-res photos, but it's okay.
I'm gonna punish you, Josh.
No, it's all right.
Let's see. Oh, and I think this was the last one. This was from our trip to Scotland, to the Hebrides, but we were driving back, and this is actually taken in the Highlands. And this was a funny story because, brief story, we were done photographing for the entire trip and driving back to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
We stopped for lunch. All the gear is away, everything's away, and we were sitting down for a nice relaxing lunch after a long week. And then we see that outside happening, and everybody gets up from the table. Our food hadn't come yet. We had ordered, and we just all rushed outside of the parking lot with no jackets, no nothing. It's cold. Grabbed cameras out of the vans and like shot like mad people to try to get this. And then we came back in, and our food was ready. It was great. Oh, sorry.
So you can skip through some of these. Okay.
Yeah.
Because we've only done 4 lenses in an hour. So.
Right. But also showing that you can get the nice foreground bokeh.
Right.
And it handles starburst nice, all that stuff. So, yeah, all this. But yeah, it's flexible. This is more 2490 stuff. All right, that's it.
Thank you.
That's all I got.
Okay, come back to us. You should close Teams. Since it's a bit after 9, I'll take a quick
question.
A very quick diversion.
Question break?
Well, I want to show something cool. That's very quick.
And then we should take a couple questions.
Do some questions. In the process of cleaning out my office recently, I came across a treasure trove of old things and a very obscure old accessory that I kind of wrote off because I didn't think it would work on the new cameras, but it does. So back in the day, we worked with a gentleman in Germany who no longer makes these to make a very peculiar, but still very useful, angle finder for the SL Type 601 because, of course, we didn't have the flip out screen. No, I need an SL2 or SL3, I mean.
I grabbed an SL2.
Yeah, and it was very useful for the SL Type 601. He actually also made one for the SL2 because this one didn't fit on the SL2. I found some of these recently. I found the last stash of these, and I said, well, the SL3 is a little bit different. I wonder if it would fit because I just was curious. And lo and behold, if I put this on here, it actually fits beautifully. We can get the overhead maybe.
Go for it.
You can see.
Oh, wow, look at that. Very cool.
So what this is, just to show it by itself, this is a right angle viewfinder. So yes, obviously the SL3 has an articulating screen, but if you want to be directly overhead, especially in very bright light, or if you want to be sideways, it rotates 360 degrees, and it has, if you can sort of see it here, a magnifier. So you can actually magnify the EVF by 2x optically and a built-in diopter. So if you need additional range beyond what the EVF covers or something a little more precise, and it fits pretty well. I would say it's like a 90% fit. I mean, you can see it's nice, seamlessly integrated against the eye cup. So I was very excited when I found out that it fits on the SL3, because when I'm doing tabletop work or overhead work, even though the flip out screen is nice, I just absolutely love having an eye cup. I can use, take my glasses off, I can adjust the adapter, and I can just like show you. I can go like this and like just perfectly, and it frames the viewfinder really well. So now that I know,
I'll just tell that.
there you go. It's very cool. Now that I know this fits the SL3, I'm going to say if anyone is, there you go. This is like super secret spy photography. So Jose can drop the link in the chat. If you
It's
wanna,
meant for this, but
if you want to get your hands on an obscure, but for some people very
Actually,
useful.
copy work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's made in Germany. It has adjustable diopter. It's got a built-in magnifier, like a little flip switch.
That's so cool. Wow.
It's got the rotating function, and it slides right on the hot shoe.
Yeah, the magnifier is pretty clutch for focus. Wow.
Yeah. It's not, obviously not made by Leica, just made by a dude, and the fit finish is pretty good.
We were talking about this.
Yeah.
It looks like it is made
Yeah.
for this camera, even though it was not made for this camera. That
this
is
made for a
awesome.
camera that came out many years.
That is, I mean, but like, look at that.
It's pretty nice.
Wow, that is really cool.
So I found a couple of these that are left, so I'm happy to offer the last supply to whoever feels so compelled. They don't come in any kind of packaging. It's literally just like a plastic bag. So don't get your hopes up for some fancy presentation box, but it is the only way to get an optical right angle viewfinder that fits on the SL3 or the SL3S. It does not work on the SL2. It does work, of course, on the SL601.
That's really cool.
It'll fit on the SL2, but it's kind of precarious, so I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, we should take some questions.
And then we're going to move on to the...
We have to cover
the other
10 more lenses in 15 minutes, so no, we don't.
Oh, God.
5 more lenses and we're good for the next.
Okay, go. Jose.
All right. Is there, let me see. I mean, we kind of talked about this, but is there any noticeable barrel distortion on the 16 to 35?
No.
You get wide angle distortion from the fact that it's 16, but barrel distortion, no.
No, I mean, barrel distortion is more what you get on... Wait, which one is pin cushion or barrel?
No, you'll get some pin cushion, but no barrel. I believe is the
Right. Barrel distortion would be like on a telephoto and pin cushion.
Yeah.
But no, it's extraordinarily highly corrected on all of the wide angle lenses from Leica.
Yeah.
They're all, I mean, all the pictures are straight, and it's not because they're being corrected. They're just straight.
What else we got?
Could you please give us an idea of the autofocus performance of the 24 to 90 compared to the newer SL zoom lenses?
Josh actually did this testing.
Yeah, if you watch our 24 to 70 and 28 to 70 episodes, I get into that. They are, the 20 to 70 is the fastest autofocusing because it has the least amount of glass to move around.
Yep.
24 to 70 is the next, and then 24 to 90 is the slowest, but still fast, especially with the newest firmware for the SL3 and S3S. I don't think there's a big enough difference to say like you should get one over the other just for the faster autofocus. There's a lot of other reasons to get into those lenses, and I would recommend watching the 28 to 70 episode, which we did a couple months ago, to get deeper insight into that, just because we don't have time to cover that today.
But there's the answer for
Yes.
Okay. There were a few questions about minimum focusing distance. I mean, we covered,
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to dive too much into the specs in this show, just because that's pretty readily available on our website. Because I know we have a lot of ground to cover, but
I mean, basically, I'd say the only disappointing minimum focus distance, we haven't gotten to the lens yet, is the 50 Summilux. Was kind of one, I mean, it's a massive lens, but it also focuses only down to half a meter. And you're like, and if we're talking about M lenses, half a meter is amazing for minimum focus, but for an SL lens, not so great.
yeah.
I would say universally, they focus much, much closer than any other M lenses do.
Yeah, the 35 Apo or the 35 non-Apo are my two favorites. They're 0.27 and 0.24, which is crazy. I mean, that's closer than any of the close focus M lenses.
Exactly.
It's basically like near macro.
Right.
In
In fact, you'll notice that like I use the 24 to 90 at 90 as a macro lens a lot, or near macro. I think that's 1 to 4, 1 to
something like
whatever.
that.
It's close enough usually.
Yeah. All right. Are there any other pressing questions, or can we carry on to?
No, let's keep going.
That's it.
Okay, so next we've done 424, 605, 21, 24
24
to
to 70
70
is next. Yes.
That would be right here.
And we did an episode on this lens, right?
We did do an episode.
We did.
Our back catalog is extensive. If you have about 180 hours of free time, you should watch all of them.
More
there's
like
168 hours in a week.
200 hours.
So you figure 2.5 weeks of no sleeping, no eating, no bathroom.
Yep.
Done.
Done.
First person that does that gets 1% off their next order of used or bag items. Okay. 24 to 70, the lens that we all thought we wanted when the 24 to 90 came out, that we didn't get for 5 or 6 years later. The first of the, we'll call it now the unholy trinity.
I like that. I like that, right?
We'll call it the fast trinity.
Yeah. The 2.8. The 2.8.
The 2.8 trinity. So we've got the classic lens that we all had in our other camera brand days, 24 to 70, f2.8. Fantastic lens, very M lens-like in the way that it renders compared to the 24 to 90, which means a little more character, a little more softness in the corners, but not that same ultimate prime level of performance that you got with the 24 to 90. It does have the same 82 millimeter filter thread size. You can see here it says E82. It does extend when you zoom it, as you can see. Unlike the 24 to 90, this lens is made in Japan. 24 to 90 is made in Germany. It is lighter than the 24 to 90 by a considerable amount. It is smaller.
Here, go to maybe the other overhead. I think it's what?
You can't really tell. It's too big. That's okay.
Oh,
That's
on
all
my
right.
side. Here.
You want to do it on your side?
Yeah, because I have the wider camera.
It will show.
I will show.
All right. Show the people. There we go.
Yeah.
David has the wider view. So you can see the 24 to 90 is a bit beefier than the 24 to 70.
I mean, you feel the weight difference for sure.
Yeah. So the 24 to 70 is great for someone who wants zoom flexibility, but needs faster maximum aperture and lower weight over the best outright performance and that extra reach at the long end. So you have to kind of assess where you're going to spend most of your time in terms of aperture and focal range, and that's going to help you determine, which one of these two lenses you want to get. We got some great images from the 24 to 70.
Yeah.
I'm going to show them because I just know how far we have to go before we...
Here we go.
There.
Jose, cue us up.
Okay, this is from Brian.
Josh.
Very nice, very ethereal.
There you go.
Hey, there's me. All right, let's go to the next one. This is from Charles. I know you're watching. Hey, Charles. Very cool.
Perfect framing there.
Yeah, good job with the framing.
Here.
Ed.
We're talking about performance photography.
Yeah, there we go. Another super low light environment, which
know.
is great for that 2.8.
Yeah. Do you feel like Doritos right now?
I don't get it.
Jay Leno.
Dude,
Never mind.
You're like 1,000 years old.
Oh my God. Okay.
Jay Leno was your guy back then. I'm a Conan O'Brien.
You
guy.
watch him with the cars though, right? Jay Leno's garage.
Yeah,
All right.
but this is a great shot, Ed. Very nice. From
Nice
Fran.
architecture.
Oh,
Sorry.
this is super cool.
Yeah. No, I really like the geometric thing,
Yeah.
especially like the dark point, like right at the top of the frame. Really
Yeah,
nice.
that's awesome.
Yeah, love that.
From Gloria.
This is in Santa Fe, New Mexico. It is the Miracle Staircase. Little trivia. There's not a single nail or screw in this staircase. It is held only by wood pegs, and there is no center column.
That's how I'm made too.
I know.
It's full of wood.
It's a cool place.
I'm scared of beavers. Okay, what do we got?
He's still my beating heart. I love snowy landscapes and trees.
This is from
amazing.
John.
I love the red barn.
That's beautiful.
It's a lot harder than it looks because when snow is falling this heavily, which you can see, sometimes you get these massive clumps in front. So you just my recommendation here is just shoot a lot more than you think because you won't see these big clumpy things in the photo.
Smart.
Another Venice shot.
Very nice. Dragging the shutter there.
Little dragging the shutter. It's Blue Hour, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Nice portrait. Yeah.
Cat.
Really
Kevin?
like the side lighting.
Yeah, that's cool.
Really
I like the composition. This is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Very cool.
Like a street portrait from Louis.
Wow. Okay.
That lighting is intense.
The lighting is super intense.
Yeah, I like
and then like the street
I like
shadows.
the shadows
I
actually
know,
coming
right?
in. That's cool.
It's cool. Oh,
So it's my new best friend now because neither of us know how to resize our photos.
apparently.
From Ron, well, sunset or sunrise, I don't know, some time of day.
I'm gonna guess sunrise.
Yeah, I don't know. That's too early for me. I'm a sunset guy.
That is falling water
We got
in Pennsylvania.
Shuck falling water photo.
Nice.
Very nice.
Good
Beautiful.
framing.
Yeah. I've never actually been there. I want to go.
Oh, it's great. I was just there last year.
Nice. Is that on Airbnb?
It is not an Airbnb.
Oh, that's too bad.
You're not allowed to stay there.
Oh, that's a shame.
You cannot touch.
Another one from no commentary because it's from the same person.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
From Wesley.
This also looks like Norway.
Yeah, beautiful landscape.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah. If you're watching. Hey, that's my friend Perry.
look at that.
This is like the first time I used the lens in
Oh yeah.
a more realistic environment, and I just love the focus fall off. It's very painterly.
I mean,
I felt like I was using
well,
an M lens.
It's very
Yeah.
I was about to say it's very M lens like.
Yeah.
Like this to me, it almost looks like a 50 prehispheric or like a 90
Yeah,
prehispheric.
you would not know this is a 24-70 on an SL2S. I don't.
No. Am I like you're the vintage guy, but doesn't it kind of look like a prehispheric?
It's
50
getting
crop?
there. It's getting there. Yeah. This is
That is
not a person.
No.
This is a Lamborghini Aventador.
Wow.
So sweet. Just
Great.
parked outside a cakery, as one does with their Lamborghini.
as one
I
does.
often go to the cakery. In my Lamborghini. My goal is how many times I can say cakery on this episode. So I'm
Okay.
winning.
No more cakery.
No more cakery. That's 5.
All right, that's it.
That's it. Yeah, nice.
All right, 20.
Awesome. 24-70. We are moving on because we got to cover about 87,000 more lenses. If you like the 24-70 or the 42-24, I think we also have some super nice pre-owned examples. I was poking through our stock the other day. I'm going to have Jose drop a link in the chat because if you're liking what you're seeing, you want to get some deals, we always have good pre-owned stuff. So I think some of them are certified pre-owned. Yeah.
Let's go.
Awesome. Okay.
Let's go.
Where are we?
28 to 70.
Here
28 to
we
70.
are.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Here we go. Can you put the 24-70 on here? Just so. Oh, you have it. Okay. I can get it back up. All right. Now we have the newest SL lens. So
Well, no, we're going to use the. Why am I putting that on there when you're going to compare it?
Oh, here.
Yeah. Where did the other lens go? Whatever.
Just put the
I don't need one.
21 on.
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Here we go. Wait, that's a 20. I need that.
They all look the same.
That's so funny. Here.
You're doing great.
We don't need that. Okay, where was I? 28 to 70 f2.8 constant aperture zoom. It is the smallest of all the zooms. It is actually basically the same size as the Apo Summicrons. It's actually, I think, almost
Crazy.
exactly the same
That's
size.
so crazy.
But the fact that it is a 28 to 70 zoom, so it does extend a little bit. It is hilariously light.
It is so
Ridiculously
crazy.
high
Yeah.
performance. E67 filter thread size. This thing is a little gem.
And I'm gonna compare it. Yeah.
Yeah, compare this to the 20.
But you can change the slide there, Jose. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna put the back caps on so we can do this.
There we go.
And yeah, this is the 28 to 70 versus the 24 to 90. It's like, I think as we said in our episode that we did of this, like you could put this lens inside of this lens and it would easily fit in there. So that is so crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a whole episode on this lens, so if you want to really get deeper into it, definitely check it out.
And a lot of people want to know compared to the 24
Oh, yeah.
to 70. That's going to be a better
I
one.
don't have a better one. Here.
Thanks.
I know people keep stealing our back guys, so I have to get cheap ones. I'm
Right.
sorry.
So even compared to the 24 to 70, the size difference is not as laughable.
But the weight difference is noticeable.
The weight difference
It
is
really is a
noticeable, yeah.
very lightweight,
Well,
fantastic
you're
lens.
talking about a 67 millimeter front diameter versus an 82 millimeter front diameter. So again, very much the same size as the Apo Summicrons, but lighter, which is crazy.
Let's see some images.
Sure, why not? All right, here we
That's
go.
what we're here for, isn't it? For the
Nope.
photos. For
Yeah.
the pics.
For the pics. Okay, here we go. On it.
We have a shot from Alex.
Nice.
Very cool.
This is I think that's ruins in
I
Mexico.
want to go on hot air balloon.
In the Yucatan, perhaps. I'm guessing. With hot air balloons. Amazing.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, great photo.
Yeah.
This is a nice environmental portrait.
From David. Yeah, beautiful.
By the
Nice
way,
lighting.
I very much appreciate that there is no blown highlights because
their exposure is perfect.
yeah, it's really hard to shoot people in white, especially when the mixed lighting is
Yeah,
like this.
this is nice. From Janelle.
Very nice. Little geisha.
Nice. Was that on our workshop?
Nope. I think that's actually a Mako, not a geisha, but close enough. It's a little too young to be a geisha. All right.
Another one from Janelle.
This also looks like Japan. This
going.
looks like the bamboo forest with intentional camera movement.
We love it. From Janelle again.
Nice little street photo.
Let's keep going.
This is in Miami.
Yeah.
Just recognize
This
it.
is cool. Another very challenging environment to shoot.
Wow, yes.
Yeah.
Ñape.
Exactly.
And what is it called?
La ñape.
Good, yeah.
La Ñape, yeah. This is a place we've
If
been.
Colin's watching,
Yeah, we got
Colin was
asked to leave.
involuntarily removed from this for being so rambunctious.
Oh.
Good times. The one from Juan.
Yeah, I like
That's
this
super
one.
cool,
This
yeah.
is really
We
cool.
were talking about this one earlier. Nice
Yeah, I
job.
love the lighting.
Yeah.
Just it's so
a cool
yeah,
moment.
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. If you were in a good mood before, I look at this photo, I'm like, man,
Sadness.
so desolate.
Good photo. Just
Yeah,
sad-
exactly.
Just
It's a great
sadness.
shot. Yes, it's
Sadness.
very sad. Yes, give me something fun. Well, that's pretty.
This
cool.
is from Margaret from our Japan workshop.
Well, who was that last photo? I'm sorry, we didn't give them.
Oh, sorry. This is
Kristen. Kristen. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, this one was from our Japan workshop. We went out one night. Actually, before the trip started in Tokyo, we got a like a city guide. So this is kind of a cool active night area.
Nice. Max.
A little jogging.
Something I'm totally unfamiliar with, which
No.
is cardio.
Are you
Michael?
familiar with tigers?
I mean, if I had to run, I guess I'd get my cardio there. Yes. Is that a tiger? It looks a little
That's a
small.
tiger.
Like
That's
a
a tiger.
baby.
That's a tiger.
I want to pet it.
You can pet the bear.
This is one of my favorite shots
This
that
is
we
so
got.
cool. Yeah,
I just
yeah.
love that. I love that he has a glass of orange juice. I just think that makes the photo for me.
And like and the like uninterested or disinterested
Yeah.
expression of the kid.
Nobody else seems to even care.
Nobody even notices. Yeah.
Genius.
That's great.
Good job, Noah. From Reed, we got
Nice
some
little-
foliage.
Little fall scene.
Painstakingly hand painted every one of those lilies in preparation for this photograph. I respect the dedication. From Steven.
Nice. Was this Charleston? I think it's from Charleston.
Looks Charleston-y.
Charleston-y, maybe ish. Yeah, nice night photo.
Yeah. From Wayne.
This looks vaguely like.
Miami.
I think it's Paris, but it could be Prague.
Nice job, Wayne. Good framing.
Yeah.
Like, really did a good job just keeping the lines straight.
What's funny is the rules of composition would say don't put something smack dab in the middle of your photo.
It works perfectly.
And don't bisect your photo. It works perfectly. And the bird sitting on
Yeah.
top.
The
And then
layering is
the
great.
layering's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very nice.
So
Is that it?
it is okay to break the rules. Yes, it is it.
Nice. All right. So 28 to 70, the newest lens in the portfolio. Fantastic, small, compact zoom.
Nice.
Let's go. Let's keep going.
Ooh. Well, okay.
What?
Yeah. How do you want to proceed from here? I guess to the
We'll do the-
primes.
The primes, yeah, because we've covered all
right,
the
let's
wide
go.
zooms.
Let's go,
right?
let's go. Yeah.
We're on this one next.
We're trucking.
Now we
But
are
yeah,
we
there's-
are coming up to a lens that was the most unloved of all the lenses that we got submissions for.
Which, by the way, is ironic. Can I tell you why?
I know exactly what you're going to say, so yes, please say it. Yeah.
How? Okay. What is the most popular camera that Leica sells?
The Q,
Which is what focal length?
28.
Which is what focal length you're showing?
28.
What the heck, guys?
People, you're killing me.
Wait.
Yes.
Maybe.
Oh, here we go.
It just dawned on me. The light bulb. Did you see it?
Because we kept telling them
No.
to buy
Right.
a Q instead of buying
a.
this 28.
I think. No, I think it's our fault. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because of the price of this lens is roughly equivalent to the price of an entire Q, you get an amazing 28 millimeter f1.7 and a free camera.
Yeah. However,
However,
if you're shooting with an SL and you need to have a 28, there is no better one than the 28 Apple Superchron. Can we get the slide, Jose, please?
and it is arguably better
2021,
better lens than the Q.
the sharpest 28 in the portfolio. Sorry
Correct.
about that. It is mind-blowingly good. It is better than the 28 on the Q3. And it also focuses extremely close for a lens that is not macro. What is actually, I know now people are asking, like, I have it on the, in the folder. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. So if you
it's pretty
are a
close.
Q shooter, but you don't always bring your Q with you, but you enjoy the 28 focal length and want something that is even better performance-wise, the 28 Apple SL, yeah, the second folder up, tech data. There it is. Just your spreadsheet at the bottom. Yeah, there, David. Nope. Yes. Sorry, just pulling up some data here. All right, 28 Apple SL focuses to 24 centimeters, and that's 0.24 meters.
Which is way less.
Really
That's
close,
actually
yeah.
closer than a Q.
Yeah, and you can see just like the 21
well,
Apple,
kind of.
it's
Not a macro.
E67 filter thread, super small. Let's show some photos, because there's not a ton of them, and
No.
I had to throw in some of my older ones in there. take a
Hold
look.
on.
We're getting there.
Sorry, I had to leave the screen because someone told me to. But I think it is worth mentioning.
Yes.
So that means that it's closer focusing in full range than the Q.
Yeah, I think the Q is 0.17 in macro.
It is,
so
but,
this
it's
is
point,
very
but it's 0.3 in normal range.
This is very close. This is in between the Q macro and the Q minimum close to us that's not in macro without having to go into any kind of macro modes.
Oh, I like this one a lot.
Yeah, this one's cool. This is from Jonathan Hillary,
That
our guy.
that is
Nice job.
A great moment, great photo. I love having the people in there and the lifeguard stand, and then and the color and the toning are just spot on. Really, really good job. This looks like
Steven.
this is Venice Festival. That's environmental. Getting nice up and close.
there you
And
go.
the funny thing is, I'll probably say this, but it's like, oh, this would be a great cue shot, except
These are a couple of mine. When the 28 first came out,
you were just
I
testing
just
around.
walked around Coral Gables at night, and I was just playing around to see what it could do. I was trying to push like the corners and just to see if there was any distortion. You can see obviously this lens is insane.
Oh, I know where that is.
Yeah,
That's right, by Motec.
that's right.
Yeah.
Well, Motec wasn't there back then.
Oh,
Chibo was there back then. I know.
Oh, Chibo.
I know, we
RIP,
missed that
yeah.
restaurant. Getting distracted. There's a car shot in here somewhere, right? Little moody nighttime stuff. Again, just walking around town, trying to see what the lens could do. And
there's a
there you
little-
go, the
little wet
1984.
car.
I love that thing. So yeah, there's a couple of my own 28 shots. A lens that's just great for walking around and incredibly sharp, like you would expect from any of the Apple SL. So if you like 28, if you're,
you can come
maybe
back
you've,
to us.
maybe you've experimented with the 28 Lux on the M, or you've experimented with the Qs and you want to take it to the next level. 28 Apple SL, extremely high performance, excellent close focus, just an exemplary lens overall.
I feel like we need to give that one a newfound love.
Yeah, I really do think so. But now
This is eye-opening for me.
we're going to go to the exact opposite of the Apple popularity spectrum.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the next one
Yeah. Go for it.
is this.
We have an episode on this too.
We
We did. Oh wait, I thought you were going. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The one after this.
Yeah.
Sorry, I jumped the gun.
35 Apple Summicron SL. The lens that needs no introduction because it is simply
The
the
best.
best. There ain't nothing better.
Wait.
I don't know what else
Are
to
you
tell you.
introducing the lens that needs no introduction?
That's right.
Right. Okay.
Sharpness beyond your wildest dreams. The same compact size that all the other Apple lenses have.
Yeah.
E67 filter thread. Again, I'm selling a broken record.
Yep.
Crazy close focus. Just the perfect lens.
Oh, let me pull up the close focus now that I.
The
have it.
perfect lens. That's it. Like if you have an SL of any ilk, SL 601, SL2, I don't care.
27 centimeters.
Crazy
Yeah.
for a 35.
Which means closer than the close focusing 35 Apple M.
I remember when the 35 Apple M came out, 2021. Everybody was losing their minds. It's so good. I'm thinking to myself, we've had a better 35 than this for years. What are you all on about? This lens is, yes, I know the 35 Apple has its own incredible performance in a very small size for
Yes.
M. But if you come to me and say, Josh, I just need the sharpest lens, I'm not going to tell you anything in the M. I'm going to tell you to get this. This thing is a monster. Let's see some pictures.
Here we go.
I'm excited. Did I get you hyped up?
Peppers.
Peppers. I love this because everyone it's a street, travel, landscape. I'm like, but what about vegetables? they're an underserved member of the subject matter community.
I think technically these are fruit.
What about fruit?
I could be wrong. This is cool. What about bees?
Bees.
Okay, this-
not the bees.
I really hope he was wearing a suit because I am getting the heebie-jeebies. Just like
Well, this photo. Well, so go
It's
back
sick.
for a second because I need to give credit. That was Al. Thank you, Al. Next we have Artem.
Artem. So Artem, I could probably ask him. Yeah, he actually he made higher resolution.
How did you get the bee in focus?
My
bro?
gosh,
That's wild.
focus tracking, right?
Right. Bee tracking.
My gosh,
Nice
it's like a
work.
little fuzzy little face on there.
Cute,
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, until he stings you.
Well, that's true. Let's go to the next
That
one.
looks amazing, by the way. Okay.
From David
soft.
Noble. Very nice. Beautiful light. Just so elegant. I love that. Keep going.
Well, I think it goes to show.
Yes.
I think this goes to show that everyone. How many times have you heard, Josh? Oh, well, I don't want that lens. It's too clinical. It's too clinical.
Yeah.
But I think this goes to show that you can have a soft painterly effect with the sharpest, highest performing lens in the Leica lineup. It all has to do with the light that you feed it and the environment and the photographer's vision. So I don't ever want to hear, oh, it's too clinical, it's too sharp.
Yeah, if I told you this picture was taken with the sharpest Leica lens ever made, that everyone or someone would say, oh, it's too sharp, you would say, well, no, that's beautiful and elegant
Soft,
and perfect.
right.
Nice job, David. Not you, David. The other David.
Thanks.
You did good too. It's from Gary.
Very nice. Good
Very
composition.
nice lighting. Taking advantage of that layering going on there, which I think is super cool. From Herb. Very
like-
lush.
This was in Charleston when we were at LSI.
Yeah, that's right. I was there. Nice.
You might actually be there.
I might be in that frame somewhere. I'll probably stay next to you. From Jackie.
Interesting.
It's
Little
literally the
studio
exact
setup.
opposite of the last photo we just
Totally
saw.
studio setup, yeah.
One of the very few studio shots that we got submitted to us, but super, super cool. Very mysterious.
Again, you wouldn't look at that and say, this is like the sharpest, like,
Right,
unforgiving,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
it has
yeah.
this mood to it.
Yeah, you can always start out with this ultra high performance and work backwards from there as you post produce. It's just very hard to add detail where there wasn't any to begin with.
Ooh, that's deep.
It's very deep.
I like this
From
one.
Jay.
I like this one a lot.
That is actually really cool.
This is really cool. Just that selective focus and showing, Leica talked about this, that these lenses, because the point of focus is so incredibly high resolving and so sharp, and the focus curve, the fall off to out of focus areas, that it almost behaves more like a 1.4 in some circumstances. And this is kind of that circumstance there where you see that, it's such a highly corrected lens. It's so sharp, and yet it has really pleasing bokeh, both forward and rear. So that's a great example of this.
And you would not know that was a 35.
No.
I would say 50 or 75.
Yeah.
Just based on the bokeh.
Yeah.
Beautiful. From JC, I think you need to back off a little bit on your clarity because this moment looks awesome.
Right.
Just a little bit. Maybe it's just our screen, but it's like a little
don't
bit
know.
heavy on the
Yeah,
post-processing, but
And a little bright.
it just looks cool. Like, this is a cool thing. I'd love to see the original file and then play with that because the
Like,
moment
how
is-
did the car get there?
Yeah, I know.
Like, why is there a tree going through
It's
it?
just art installations.
So weird.
Keep going. From Jeff.
Okay. Nice. It's
Like, kind of portrait and architecture
Well,
at the
I
same
kind of
time.
like the, the
Yeah,
mirroring of,
yeah, the
of the
hand.
subject, the hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. From different Jeff.
Very nice.
Very just like,
Very fine art.
very
fine art.
nicely done. Like, good composition.
With the mirror. Yeah.
Yeah, I have
the
no
layers.
complaints. Nice.
Little
From
portrait.
Jose.
Not
Not
that
this
Jose.
Jose.
Actually, that's Jose.
Jose, yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
I
just
know
lost it.
Jose.
This is great little piece
Yeah.
portrait.
And I like this in black and white with the polka
Yeah,
dots. It's
yeah.
like it has this like 1950s glamour vibe to it,
Yeah.
which I like. Yeah. Grumpy cat.
Kitty cat.
Grumpy cat.
From Juan.
Grumpy
There
cat.
has to be at least one cat photo. So
But that's a grumpy cat.
that's a great cat photo.
Yeah, it's a
I wanna
great
pet
photo.
it.
And look at, again, the out of focus, like, I'm assuming yarn ball or something in the foreground, where it's not distracting at all. And you can even see in this area just how shallow the depth of field is. You can't see my mouse, but it's right there.
Yeah.
How shallow, like you can see it just kind of entering, like easing into focus and then out of focus again. It's like, again, you wouldn't think that's a 35.
Yeah. Kirsten, finally.
Oh, Kirsten.
Our very own
Now we have to
Kirsten.
shame Kirsten for not submitting a high
See?
enough res.
She's just as bad as me.
None of us are immune. This, I believe, was her first test. She was one of the first of us to test this lens. She took it to the lakes region of Minnesota.
Well, all of Minnesota is the lakes region.
No, but she went kayaking or canoeing or whatever.
So we went from Kirsten to Kristen.
But
Again,
this-
why are you trying to bum me out, Kristen? Like,
I don't know.
I love the photo, but I am just.
It's definitely given like No Country
I
for
feel
Old
like
Men.
I
vibe.
feel like I just watched. Did you see Train Dreams?
No, but it's like No Country for Old Men.
Oh,
like
I saw
that
Train
thing.
Dreams. I left the theater like I just needed a hug. Like it was.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's so depressing. I love this.
I love this shot.
from Luis.
Yeah, this one is fantastic. I
Nice
love
job.
this one, by the way. I guess as the kids would say, this is giving Costamanos.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really feels like a more serious Constantine Manos photo. Like the way, kind of like Constantine Manos crossed with Alex Webb.
Yeah.
It's like really good.
Very, very cool.
really good.
Good capture.
And the toning, I love how deep the blacks are, and it's unapologetic about it.
Nice.
Love it. Too small.
Too
But,
small.
this is, I believe these are petroglyphs from Mark.
Very nice. Very nice.
So those are little petrified tracks.
Cool. From Maureen.
This is Maureen. We were in the Faroe Islands together last summer. So this was.
Why is there grass on the roof?
It keeps the wind noise down. Actually, that's what the Faroese tell you.
Did the kids go there and have to mow the roof?
So there is like roof mowing services in Faroe Islands.
I did not expect that to be on the show today. I thought cakery would come up, but not roof mowing services.
And also, they joke around, but they let the sheep up on the roofs to like mow the grass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true or not. We didn't see any. But the locals were like, oh yeah, we use the sheep.
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
From Michael. Oh, I love this close.
Really nice. Again, that subtle in focus, out of focus.
Yeah.
The lens is so pleasing in terms of its gradation, a focus gradation. Like, I can't get over that.
Yeah, you're killing it.
Oh, this is really cool.
Shmuel? Nice. I like the black and white conversion.
Yeah.
Cool moment. Where is this, I wonder? I don't know.
I
That's
don't
awesome.
know. It looks like somewhere. I don't know. Actually, I have not been there, so I can't tell
Yeah,
you.
that's awesome.
Oh, this is really cool.
Steven?
I love the layers of the reflection.
Yeah, this is really cool.
And the
Very
black and white
very
conversion really
cinematic.
works. Yeah,
That's awesome.
really works. That's a great portrait.
Nice, clean portrait. Nice
I like
bokeh.
that.
And, and again, one might not traditionally try to do a portrait with a 35, because
Oh,
this
it's
lens
so
is
good.
so controlled.
It doesn't.
You
like,
killed it. This is great.
If you told, like you said, oh, guess the focal length, whatever, one of these games, I would say, oh, I don't know, it's like a 75.
Yeah.
I would never have guessed this
This
is
is
a
Victor.
35.
I didn't shout you out before.
Yeah, this is great. I just like the ease, the reflection on the
Oh, and,
glasses.
and Victor's birthday was just last week, so happy belated birthday, Victor.
Nice.
Just have to-
Yeah,
just-
no, this is a really nice portrait.
Wayne?
Little still life.
I like this.
Little
I
sea
feel
grape.
like I went to a Michelin restaurant and I had a salad look like this.
Was it a sea grape
Yeah,
salad?
yes, it might have been. It was like $400. I remember that.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it was an expensive grape. This was one of mine from Colorado, just as a counterpart. They're not in the same folder, but I shot a couple different lenses. This is at Marin Bells in Colorado, near outside of Aspen. And it's just so incredibly sharp. I actually did this photo in a multi-shot to just see the resolution. So this was the first time I got to play with the lens, and I think this was the first shot I took with it.
Nice.
So it kind of has some significance. But I was blown away by the SL. This is on the SL2, and the multi-shot at 187 megapixel on the SL2. This lens resolved every last bit of that 187 megapixels, which is blew me away, because I did compare it against the 24-90 at 35, and this one was clearly superior to the 24-90, which is saying something. And that's what we got.
That's it. Very nice. All right, let's come back to us. We've got time for, we should do a couple questions. And then how many lenses have we done exactly? Like 5?
I don't know how many we have left.
A lot.
So we got the
We did 40-24, 16-35, 21, 28.
I have the list.
Yeah.
Wait. So we have 35 Summicron.
Yeah.
50
And then all the
Summicron.
50s. And then 75, 90, and then all the long zooms. Yeah. We're okay. It's fine.
Maybe
we'll do
break
like a
it.
12-part episode.
We're gonna break it up.
Yeah, it's going to be okay. But are there any pressing questions we should answer before we
We
start?
could do the second
not
35
really, no.
and then cut it and do 50 and longer. That would be a good. That's perfect, actually.
You think?
Yeah, because then that's all like wide is 35, and
Okay.
then normal and tele is another.
I'm fine with that.
Are you guys good with that?
Well, they don't have a choice, so.
I can't. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
But how many lenses? Can you count how many lenses we've done while I ask if there's any questions? Or you said there was no questions?
No question.
Okay. All right. So we saw some great 35 Apple shots. Let's go on to the next 35 while we're talking about lenses.
I'm saying that's a good place to cut
All
off.
right, I'm fine with
Yeah,
this
yeah,
plan.
yeah.
Can
This
I
is a
have
good plan.
That over there. Just the lens.
Just
So-
just the facts, man. Oh my gosh, it is so.
Yes.
It's
We
so
have
refreshingly
a whole
light.
episode on these lenses. Let's do a little close up. The first of the non-Apo Summicron SL prime lenses. They introduced a 35 and a 50 at the same time in 2023. This lens is the same E67 filter thread size as the Apo, but it is considerably lighter. Focuses about twice as fast, and it also focuses closer by about 0.03 meters. So it doesn't have the same absolute mind-blowing performance as the Apo. It actually renders very similar to a 35 Summicron M lens. So this is a really interesting lens for the SL because you have this M lens sort of vibes with higher performance overall compared to an M lens, and of course, autofocus, weather sealing, and ridiculously good close focus. This and the 50 are two of my favorite travel lenses because they're so small and light. They're actually very similar in weight to an M lens. Most of the newer M lenses are between 300 and 450 grams. This comes in at 400 grams. It is just so light, especially if you're used to holding like a 24-90. This thing is absolutely, there's nothing to it. On the body, it just kind of melts away. It does come with a nice metal shade, like so, which I really don't ever use, but that's what it looks like if you wanted to see it. Compared to the Apos, which ironically include this little plastic shade, which I think actually fits. So if you wanted to be like all cool like that, you could put your 35 Apo shade on your 35 non-Apo.
Wait,
so
wait,
yeah.
Wait, that's assuming you have both.
That's right. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's a
Yeah,
flex
yeah,
right
okay,
there. Yeah.
right.
So we kind of colloquially call these like either the non-Apo or just like the 35 Cron SL or the 35 ASPH to differentiate it from the 35 Apo SL. So I don't think this replaces a 35 Apo. I think they, just like you could own 35 Apo M and a regular 35 Summicron M because they look so different and perform so different. I think the same is true here. If you're a 35 shooter and you want to have something for travel, something for an ultra minimalist kit, especially if you're shooting anything like action, because the autofocus is significantly faster than the 35 Apo, like twice as fast. This is a great option. And then when you're doing landscape or things that don't require as much movement, then the 35 Apo comes in, and that's for your outright performance.
I mean, I'd also add that, and maybe Jose can chime in too, the 35 classic Summicron is really great for video work. Because it's so light, it's easy to kind of handhold and move around or put in a gimbal setup. It also, because it's such fast autofocus, it really works. And because it has that classic rendering, it tends to be a little more pleasing where you, because on video, you're not doing as much post-processing as you are in photo.
Yeah.
So to get that look in camera, like, it's a nice option.
This lens on an SL3S with the latest firmware with all the autofocus improvements and like the eye phase tracking
So fast.
would be the equivalent of like a Q343 or faster.
Sure.
In terms of like street snapshot type of speed. I mean, it's if you've never tried one of these, I hate to keep saying that, but seriously, the autofocus is so fast. So definitely try it. But let's look at some photos since we have 10 more minutes.
And I would give an analogy that I'm surprised you didn't give, which is if you have a 35 Summilux FLE, that doesn't preclude you from getting a 35 steel rim, even though they're both 35.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I said Apo versus non-Apo. So
Right. Or that too. Yeah. Okay. All right. What do we have?
What do we got?
So
Let's go to the folder. I just call it 35.
I see it.
Yeah,
Yep.
there it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Not as many images.
Not a lot.
Not nearly as many images as we should have gotten. So we all go out, better buy one of these lenses.
Step it up. Step it up.
They're priced really competitively, and they are awesome. Okay. Let's go to the computer. We got a scooter shot from Carlos. I like the colors.
Is that say Quebec?
Yeah, must be in Canada.
Must be, eh?
It's the scooter, eh?
It's a scooter, eh?
All right. What else we got? Got
Love me
David?
some airport architecture. I
yeah,
gotta
some
say.
cool airport photography there. I don't know who's hanging out in like the middle of that most of the time. It's kind of scary.
Somebody.
Yeah. From Ken, another cool
Selective focus.
Yeah, I like that. And everything's like perfectly framed.
And there's just a dude wearing like some pretty glittered out pants.
Yeah, it's just what happens.
Playing guitar. Yeah.
Joke chilling.
Oh,
From Kirsten.
That's the little guy.
Yeah. Oh.
That's
I think Alter the dog.
yeah. Wait, what's the dog's name? That's Tom.
I forgot the dog.
Anyway, that's Thomas. That's the latest addition to the Leica family.
Well, the dog I think came after the baby, right? So.
Yeah, a little bit. I like this a lot.
This one's really cool. This one is from Louise.
This is really cool. I just like that she's like finger on the nose of the fish. Like
I think that dead fish came from that dried out lake bed that Kristen's photo came from earlier. Yeah, I think they brought it over here, and the little girl's like, "Oh look, I recognize that." Little macro-y shot. No, because
it's very close focusing.
The 35 non-Apo focuses closer than the 35 Apo, so you get
insane.
this ridiculous level of close focus performance. Yeah,
20 centimeters ish.
24.
24 centimeters.
If
Yeah.
my memory serves. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh no, there's one more. Ooh, another great close-up shot.
Yeah, it really does get close, doesn't it?
I mean, that's really cool that was taken with the 35. I think that
is really cool.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
So, the 35, again, we have a whole episode on the 35 and the 50 non-Apos or the regular Summicrons. I think still underrated, even though they've been out for a couple of years, because the Apos are just such stellar performers. But for the weight, the price point, and the focus speed, and the close focus on the 35, I mean, it's a lot of lens for the money. If you do a lot of travel, I think an SL3S, 35 and 50 non-Apo SL, or like maybe like a 35 and a 28 to 70.
Now, Peter and Kirsten both have been using that setup because it's so light.
Yeah.
So, I mean, our own team members, Kirsten did submit a nice baby photo, but Peter would have submitted stuff, but he is currently leading a workshop in New Zealand, so he is unreachable.
That's not that he's not reachable when he's not in New Zealand.
Well, but that's what he's actually shooting right now.
Yeah.
Is he's shooting, I believe, an SL3S with a 50 non-Apo Summicron.
Nice.
That's his like main setup. Yeah.
They're amazing. I took the 50 to the Nürburgring a couple years ago, and next episode we'll show that. And I shot one image in there, but I was blown away because it just felt like using an M lens, like all the things I like about an M lens, like the rendering, the look, the fall off, with all the things I like about the SL lens. It's like ultra sharp in the center, extremely consistent across the frame, and of course, like I said, autofocus, weather sealing, electronic aperture control, all those
accoutrements.
Yeah, so we are stopping at 35 tonight. So I'm sorry for saying that. But I promise you, we will do the 50.
Right, so we're going to deal with the 50, 75, 90 primes, and and there actually is 3 telephoto zooms as well, so it'll be about even split.
Right, so we got 50 f2, 50 f2, 50
Yeah.
75 90, 90 280,
Yeah.
7200, 100 to 400.
And 50 Similux also. Did you get 50 Similux?
I think so.
No,
We have
you
8 or 9 because there was 17.
Yeah,
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 so
yeah.
we're about halfway.
Halfway, yeah. This all
That's
works
actually
out.
pretty good.
Listen,
Well,
I expected far less from us.
I like often do, yeah. No, I think this is a good stopping point. I mean, obviously we covered a lot of ground.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of content already on those lenses that we go deeper. But of course, if you have any additional questions about them, we have a few minutes left tonight.
Yeah, we got like 10 minutes left, so...
Now remember, we've got some super nice pre-owned. I got a pre-owned 14 to 24. We've got a pre-owned 51.4, a pre-owned 24 to 70.
Nice.
So if you're looking for some good deals on used SL lenses, we've got them, along with all the other cool used stuff that we always have floating around. I didn't really bring any other like crazy things because I didn't want to distract.
Well, we just don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, from the SL. I just knew how much ground we had to cover. Thanks again to everyone who submitted their images. Clearly, Kirsten and myself didn't read the instructions either, and
No.
we had too low resolution. But
Yeah.
that's okay. You can judge us. I'm fine. I'm fine being judged.
I do.
But it was really cool to see the variety and the different, drastically different situations.
Oh, yeah.
that people are finding themselves in and using these lenses for.
Photography is
When
is
is
a
the
big
next
tent.
episode? Do we have the April episode scheduled?
We should.
I'm gonna check
Please hold while Josh
I
checks
check
his calendar.
my team's calendar. It's not the 9th. Not the 6th. I don't know if we have an April episode.
I mean, we should.
No, because
Oh, you're going to leave the people waiting?
the 4th, no.
I blame you. I blame you.
The 11th, you're gone.
Jose, is there any questions while we're...
Well,
Yes.
before we do, just don't forget, the reason that we don't have a show in April is because maybe you will be in Tucson
Oh, that's right.
for the Leica Society spring shoot. So
That's
hopefully we will
right.
see you there. That's April 15th through the 19th, which is, I think that's the main reason we're not doing the show, because we have so many other travel commitments. So in lieu of seeing us on the YouTubes,
You can see us in person.
are you going to Tucson?
I am, yeah.
Perfect. You can see the two of us in the flesh.
I mean, someone's going. I have an airline ticket.
Yeah, so do I. That'll be fun. I look forward to seeing everyone there. But Jose, what do we got?
Yeah.
All right. Which SL primes have the most character?
I mean, if you're talking about character in the sense of things that deviate from optical perfection, it would be probably the 51.4, which we'll talk about next week.
Yeah.
I honestly think the 21 Apple SL is underrated for its character because when you get that wide,
Yeah, but
you
that
can
shell
still
doesn't feel...
have bokeh,
Yeah.
and you get a subject up close where you have a lot of background behind, it like tricks you into thinking it's longer, and like something isn't right.
Right.
And it's really, really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that's true of all the wide-angle primes, is there's just so highly corrected that you can kind of do different creative intent that
Yeah.
you normally wouldn't use a lens like that for.
I mean, I think a lot of the images we saw tonight had lots of character.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that is about utilizing the strengths or the weaknesses, so to speak, of each lens
Sure.
to their fullest, whether it's taking advantage of flare control or bokeh or quarter sharpness or whatever. I really think that was demonstrated in full here tonight.
Yeah, I think so.
The next episode is not next week. In
No,
the
no,
early days, in 2020, yes, we used to do one episode a week, but
Back
now,
when we had zero other prior
I
commitments.
know, now
yeah.
we have about 80 million other things to do.
Yeah.
So we are down to our sort of. So I don't think we're going to do an April show, which kind of bums me out. If we can squeeze a weekday show in, we will do that.
If we'll squeeze it, if we can squeeze it in, we
We will
will.
try for sure. We want to. It's just a matter of David and I are both.
Traveling.
We're out serving the Leica community by gracing you with our presence at various things. Yeah.
What you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything last minute
Because
comment?
I'm going to be, the weekend after. I'm
Quick
away,
question. Is the 35 Apple focus motor loud enough to be picked up in
No.
video?
Nope. None of the focus motors, I would say, wait, not none. All of the focus motors of all the SL lenses are basically silent. The thing is, what you might hear, like on the 24 to 90, the 90 to 80, you might hear the optical image stabilization kick in. That's louder than the focus, and that's barely, I mean, you'd have to really be listening very closely for it. But the focus motors don't make any noise, in my experience.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so we covered everything over 35 today, and whenever our next show is, obviously make sure you're subscribed to be informed as to
People
when
are asking
we're
questions.
I know. I'm not wrapping up. I'm answering one of the questions.
Okay. Oh.
Yes. So that's how someone said, are we covering the rest of the next episode? The answer is yes. We will cover
Yeah.
50 and longer in
Right.
the next show.
Right.
That's was what I was getting at.
Okay, Jose. What? Anything else from earlier? Or?
Yeah, right now. I think I know the answer, but 24 to 90 or Apple primes?
I mean, well,
the answer is it depends.
yeah, what are you after?
Yeah.
Like, if we're just talking absolute pinnacle optical performance, the Apo primes.
Yeah.
If we're talking about absolute flexibility, the zooms.
And remember, the performance threshold gets less as you stop down. So if you say, well, I really need flexibility and I'm shooting a lot of landscape at f8, I would say 24-90 makes more sense. If you say otherwise, I've been doing a lot of low light work, I'm doing a lot of work
Right.
that necessitates a wide open aperture, but I really need to get maximum performance, then you go with the Apo. So there's not one right answer for everyone because everyone's creative and technical requirements are going to be different.
I mean, I would say, like, in best case scenario, best of everything would be to have a 24-90 to cover everything. I mean, or you could use another zoom in that scenario and then have maybe a select prime lens to go with it.
Yeah.
And let's say, and it's unfortunate we weren't able to look at one of the later lenses, but there were some really strong examples from that. So we got
to leave them hanging for next
yeah,
time.
but for the 75, and it's like, okay, that could be interesting. So I could definitely see a use case for having a zoom and carrying, say, a 75 Summicron or a 90 Summicron as a dedicated portrait lens, or like Josh is saying, going the other end. So let's say you have a 28-70 for the size, and the flexibility. You could get a 21 Super Apo to cover that wide angle without going to a wide angle zoom, because you can kind of, like on an M, most people's widest lens is a 21.
Yeah.
So having a 21 prime and then kind of going with zooms that are a little bit longer than that, you wouldn't have any crossover. They'd complement each other, and you'd avoid carrying, a wide angle zoom like this.
Yeah.
So it'd definitely be smaller and lighter. Or if you love, say, 35 or 50, you could, have that in the middle of the focal range for something considerably faster with much shallower depth of field. So, I mean, the possibilities are endless.
And one of the advantages of starting with the zoom is you can spend time with it and see which focal lengths you spend the most time at, and then reverse engineer that to see what primes you may want to invest in first.
What if it's... Oh, I'm going to get in trouble for saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Yeah.
What if they find that they use the 24 millimeter the most?
Then you should buy a 21 and crop it to 24. Problem solved. You're trying to catch me on that? Or you should buy David's beat-up 24 LMRM lens for $25,000 and you're covered.
My gosh.
Other questions?
If Leica's listening, they're never listening. But if they're listening, come on, 24 Apo.
Come on,
please.
bro.
Just
24 Apo.
24 Apo.
Never going to happen. Come on.
It was supposed to happen. It was on the roadmap.
Are we requesting more images for the next show?
No, I don't think
No,
so.
we've
We have
got
so
a lot.
many.
Yeah, we got a lot.
So many. And it took me forever to go through all of them and
Download
rename
them and
y'all
rename
didn't
them,
give me
yeah.
the right information in the file name. So no. You had your chance. You had all week to submit images. So if you didn't, wait till we do the next batch of SL lenses in 2050.
Wait, what?
I mean, you're always welcome to send us photos. Like, we're happy to see photos, but it's just a matter of, for the show, we have a finite amount of time. And
Yeah.
obviously, we can only cover half the range today. We'll do another Show Us Your Kit episode at some point. We've talked about doing like viewer submissions, just, critiquing images. Just
Maybe
in
we
general.
do a theme.
Yeah,
a
maybe
theme,
we do a theme. If that's something that you guys would be interested in us doing, I know it kind of deviates from like
Gear
gear
talk, yeah.
coverage, but we're open to ideas.
Sure.
We're happy to tear you guys apart. I mean, be nice. And don't worry, you can tear my images apart too. But anyway, I think, yeah.
Oh, here's a question for you, Josh.
Sure.
Jose can ask it. The last one that came in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do SL zooms or primes have better residual value?
Oh,
Hey, I told you, Josh question, right?
That is a good question, but
Yeah.
actually that depends. And the reason I say that, like I always say it, is because they don't go, it's not one or the other. For example, there was a period of time where 24-90s were getting relatively inexpensive. Then after the SL3 came out and the demand started going back up again, and so the prices started going up. So I don't know if I have an answer for that. I think the lenses that have been out the longest tend to have the most appreciation because there's the most of them out there. So that would be 24-90, 90-80, 51-4. Those are kind of like, the early, and then 16-35. But it's really tied to availability of new product. Like, for example, the 51-4, now that they're not being made new anymore, I think the prices are going to maybe not increase, but they'll firm up a little bit because the supply is now finite. It also depends on the kind of photography that's trendy. If people are looking for more primes or wide angles, it's tough to say. I would say if you want to retain the value of the lenses you have now, obviously make sure you're keeping your boxes, your packaging, your paperwork, your original caps, your original hoods, lens pouches. I get these lenses on traded all the time, and they're missing the pouch or missing the test certificate, and those hurt value. So I would say to maximize value retention for future trades, if that's something you're thinking about or you're someone who trades a lot, keep all that in mind, and also use your lenses. What I mean is, when lenses don't get used, they sit there, and there's lubricant inside, and there's seals inside, and you let that sit long enough, and it's going to have to get serviced before it's ready for another home. And I don't mean Leica lens, I mean any lens, any mechanical
for sure.
and electronic instrument. So use your gear, take good care of it, keep it clean, get it serviced when it needs to be serviced. But ultimately, when I am working with someone on building an SL kit, my goal isn't to say, well, which lens should you get that's going to hold its value for when you get rid of it? I go, which lens is going to be perfect for you so you keep it for the rest of your photographic life? That's kind of how I think about it. But
Sure.
yeah.
Well put.
Good question.
Well put. Yeah. There's so many lenses on this table, like I can't even move around.
The worst part is I have to pack all these up and then bring them all back when we do our next episode. I literally had to bring the cart from my car to wheel all these lenses back up to the studio, but it was worth it because this is a really fun show.
Yeah, no, this was great. Yeah, this was fun because it wasn't just us rambling on and on about gear. We instead rambled on and on about photos too.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, you showed some of your really great stuff, and I think, those images are made for the most part on our workshop. So
Yeah.
I know I joked about it, but actually it is a great opportunity to make photos like that because obviously that's where they're made. You're not just wandering in the woods by yourself.
I mean, I'll say this: it's like there was a point in my life I was really into like high-end audio, and there was always this this back and forth. It's like, do I spend more money, or let's say all my money, on gear and get the best possible stereo, and then I have no money left for music to listen on the stereo, right? Or do you spend less on the stereo equipment and build just a massive, amazing music collection? Now, yes, this is back when you actually had to buy like CDs and records.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, now you just like put on Spotify or Tidal or whatever. But back then, you actually had to buy music to listen to, and you had to buy the equipment, speakers and amplifiers and things like that. And there was always that give and take of gear versus substance or whatever media. And I think with photography, if we talk about it kind of as a pursuit, right, as a hobby, as a passion, there's the gear side of things, but you can have the best gear in the world, but if you're not in a situation where you're inspired to actually use it and take photographs and really push it to its limits of what it is possible, what it's capable of doing, I feel like you're kind of leaving a little bit on the table there.
I feel that.
And yet, I have gone to some amazing places, and I'm seeing people with some really questionable photography gear, and I've asked the opposite question. It's like, you spent a lot of time and money getting here, and you and I don't say it out loud, but I'm like, and that's what you brought to take pictures of this. It's like,
Tisk.
I don't mean to be judgmental, but
Yes, you do.
I do. But the reality is, like, you're gonna go halfway around the world to capture something. It's great to have that combination of the best gear possible to set you up for the greatest level of success, but also to be in that place, to be in that time, and also to go with people who know how to get that kind of stuff. So this is, you need the gear and the great opportunities. How's that?
You want to sign us off?
Not really, but I'll do it anyway.
I mean, I gotta go home and I got a long day tomorrow. So you can stay here all night and just keep answering random questions.
Okay, hey guys, we're doing. Is this like a
telethon?
The telethon? Yeah, what
Yes,
Jerry
exactly.
Jerry Lewis used to do. Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
Let's call it a night.
I'll be Jerry Lewis. You can be Dean Martin.
That sounds great.
Okay. All right. Big thank you to all of you for submitting some great images to us. That was a lot of
that was
fun.
really cool.
Because we love to see that this stuff is being put to use in the real world, and all the different kind of photographs and applications people are using it for is fantastic. So keep, listen, that's great. And we're looking forward to sharing the other half of all the stuff that we got
When
in.
we come back, whenever that is.
So again, just to wrap up, we covered everything from 21 millimeter to 35 millimeter across primes and zooms. And we'll be coming back for a part 2, where we cover everything from 50 to 400 millimeter, all the primes and zooms again.
It's
So
gonna be awesome.
you do not want to miss that. If you have any questions in the meantime, after this video goes up on YouTube, please leave them in the comments. We do read them, and we'll try our best to answer them. And if you like the video, you know what to do. Give us that thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed to Red Dot Forum on YouTube, please subscribe. It's the best way to know when we post new content because, unfortunately, we have other jobs and we don't do this every day. So you want to be alerted. So make sure you click that notification bell so you know when we post new content. If you haven't seen it already, check out Colin's cool video of Leica in the elements. Trigger warning because some cameras look like they got pretty messed up with that, but rest assured, no cameras were hurt. And yeah, hopefully we'll see a bunch of you in Tucson just in a few weeks. We're really looking forward to getting together with the community. Always a great time. If you're not a member of LSI, the Leica Society International, please head to lsi.org, I believe. Is that right? No. Or leicasociety.org, I think. Sorry. Jose, you can drop a link.
That's fine, yeah.
But basically,
they'll find it.
Go to LSI, join. It's fantastic. They've got a lot of great meetings coming up. I think also London is coming up as well.
Spring shoot, yeah.
For the spring shoot. So do that. We'll see you there. And we will let you know when we have our new show coming up. So make sure you are, again, subscribed. And also be sure to head to red.forum.com for the latest Leica news, reviews, tech articles, and more.
That's it.
Yeah. And I think that's it for now. Big thanks to you all for sending your photos in and helping us out. Big thanks to Josh for his talking and brain.
The one thing I'm good at.
His mouth and his brain.
They do things.
They do things together. Thanks to Jose. He was he's gonna need to ice his fingers after this.
My hands are hurting.
His hands are gonna cramp up tonight. I can't move. Yeah, he was on it tonight. So big thanks to Jose, and thanks to you all for tuning in and watching us on your Saturday night. We know that there's a lot of other fun things you could be doing, but you're here.
This is the most fun thing.
But you're here with us, and we appreciate it. So we'll see you in the next video, and have a great rest of the weekend or whenever you're watching this, and have fun taking pictures. See you later.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.